Halstead Telephone Company and R&J Broadcasting Incorporated is proud to present to you this broadcast on yourliveevent.com.
And a pleasant good Monday from Kindred. Tonight it's Division A volleyball as the Burros of Hillsboro Central Valley look to match up with the Vikings of Kindred here on a Monday night. I'm Chase Miller, and welcome to our pregame show brought to you in part by Irie Insurance. Get the insurance protection you want with the customer service that you deserve at Irie Insurance. The Burros at 6-16 on the season out of Region 2. Head coaches Katie Stabler 1-2 in their last three matches, sweeping Park River, Fortville, Lankin, losing to Mayport CG in 3, and the same with the Devils Lake in their last matchup on October the 13th. After tonight for the Burros, back in action in Region 2 play against the Grafton Spoilers, upcoming on Thursday in Grafton. While for the Kindred Vikings, 15-15 on the season here for Kindred, 5-4 in Region 1 play here for the Vikings. Harley Bunke, the head coach for Kindred, 1-8 since a reverse sweep of defeating Valley City back on October the 7th as they lost in their most recent matchup to Fargo Oak Grove back on October the 14th. Up next here for the Kindred Vikings, they will host the Lisbon Broncos tomorrow here in Lisbon for a Region 1 matchup. We'll have that for you on yourliveevent.com, then travel to Carrington on Thursday. We'll take a quick break, and we come back. We'll get to our Region 1 and Region 2 standings, your out-of-town scoreboard here for tomorrow, and also tonight. That and more still to come ahead of our starting lineup. Send the opening serve here from Kindred.
Halstead Telephone Company delivers fast broadband internet, telephone, and cable TV to residents in this region, including Halstead, Shelley, Neilsville, Climax, Fisher, Bigland, Gentilly in Minnesota, and Hillsboro, Caledonia, Gardner, and Argosville, North Dakota. Serving the area residents since 1904, Halstead Telephone continues to create a bright future for this region using 100% fiber optic technology. Service plans offer flexibility and choices, and there's local support personnel ready to help. Contact Halstead Telephone Company today.
At Abra Auto Body and Glass in Grand Forks, they make sure your vehicle gets the best standard of care to get it back on the road as quickly as possible. Lonnie and his team are some of the most highly trained in the industry. With state-of-the-art technology and superior products, your vehicle will leave in great condition. With their drive-in claims area, the process is smooth and easy. Let Abra Auto Body and Glass in Grand Forks provide you and your vehicle with premium care and attention. Open 8 to 5:30 Monday through Friday. Abra Auto Body and Glass of Grand Forks.
Fall is here, and that means harvest will ramp up quickly. How did your planter do this spring? Did you have the correct down pressure? Was your singulation spot on? Did you need row cleaners or a better closing system? This is Chris from Agassiz Precision Ag, your local precision planting dealer, and we are here to help. Discounts, 0% financing, and $50 per row rebates on most all systems will give you the tools to improve your planter pass. Give us a call at 701-636-2119 or visit planterdoc.com. Have a safe and profitable harvest.
Farming today doesn't always feel the same way it used to. Then again, some of it feels all the same. Maybe it isn't so much the jobs that changed, but how they get done. Now that's a different story. Everything got bigger and smaller at the same time. Insurance, accounting, and taxes can get complicated, so you need someone who's looking to keep every dollar possible in your pocket. Ag Country.
Tonight from Kindred, we get you ready for more high school volleyball and alongside the prep sports scene in Minnesota as well. Starting up tonight already in Minnesota, the Minnesota sectionals for volleyball for the Pigtail or opening round games. Winnemac at Mahnomen-Waubun, that game going on, just getting underway at Mahnomen-Waubun. Also tomorrow night on yourliveevent.com, we'll have Hawley going to War Road for the Section 8 AA football quarterfinals. For more on the postseason in Minnesota and North Dakota throughout the upcoming weeks, go to our website, yourliveevent.com. And also later this week, we will have our North Dakota State cross-country boys and girls cross-country preview show. Be on the lookout for that sometime around the Wednesday area as we will get you slated for the state cross-country meet. That'll be in Jamestown on Friday for B and on Saturday in the A as well. Latest standings here in Region 2. Carrington, Thompson, and Mayport CG, the top third of the region. The Grafton Spoilers sit at 5-4, kind of smack dab in the middle with them and Mayport CG, who's just 3-1 so far in region play. Harvey Wells County is 5th, followed by Hillsboro, Central Valley, and Devils Lake 6th and 7th, respectively, in Region 2. While in Region 1, Valley City number 1 for the Highliners. Oak Grove is at 6-2. And then you have Central Cass 3rd with Kindred 4th, Northern Cass 5th, Lisbon and Wahpeton 6th and 7th, respectively. When we come back, we'll take a look at matchups across the region that's going on tonight and tomorrow. Out of our starting lineups and our coaches' conversation with head coach Katie Stabler as well. That and more still to come on our pregame show tonight, brought to you in part by Irie Insurance. Get the insurance protection you want with the customer service that you deserve at Irie Insurance. They cover it all from home, auto, crop, commercial, and benefits insurance. Go to IrieInsurance.com's website. That is IrieINS.com to get a free quote. Started today. Back with our out-of-town scoreboard next.
Treat yourself to a great career at American Crystal Sugar Company. Team up with quality people making quality products. Full-time and year-round in a stable business. With great pay and benefits including time off available from day one. American Crystal Sugar Company invests in you to promote your continued growth and career advancement. Grow your career doing your best work within the world's best beet sugar company. Apply online today at AmericanCrystalCareers.com.
No job too big, no call too small. Bears Home Solutions handles it all. You need a bear in there, oh yeah. Keeping homes just right with expert care. Let our stars guide you when repairs scare. You need a bear in there.
Check out BearsHomeSolutions.com.
There's a new inventory of trailers at Bloomfield Enterprises of Hillsboro. You can see the latest inventory online at BloomfieldTrailers.com. Bloomfield Enterprises has a full line of Big Tex trailers. Big Tex has affordable and versatile utility trailers for all your jobs. Big Tex has a full line of products from ATV trailers to gooseneck to dump trailers and more. Call Larry at 218-368-7989 or Tim at 701-430-0877. Bloomfield Enterprises in Hillsboro.
For trusted news, weather, and sports from your community, look to R&J Broadcasting Incorporated. KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio and rjbroadcasting.com. Hear local voices from local radio with news and information from the area. Your information stations, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio and rjbroadcasting.com. Local voices from local radio.
As we go through your out-of-town scoreboard here tonight and some matchups that are going to be going on tomorrow as well here across the region and on yourliveevent.com. This evening, Devils Lake at Thompson. That one going on again in Thompson tonight here on yourliveevent.com. In Region 2, Harvey Wells County staying close to home in the central part of the state, going up against Drake Anamoose in a non-region matchup. And then Turtle Mountain at Carrington tonight as well in a non-region matchup. Tomorrow, here on yourliveevent.com, Valley City at Northern Cass. You also will have Oak Grove at Central Cass for a pair of Region 1 matchups, and Lisbon at Kindred as well. Some other matchups tomorrow across Region 1 and Region 2. Wahpeton will make the short trek to Hankinson for a Division A versus Division B matchup in volleyball. And Harvey Wells County will tangle with the Patriots of Mayport CG in Mayville for that matchup, which will also be a Region 2 counter as well. That's, again, a look at your out-of-town scoreboard here tonight. High school football upcoming for both the Burros and the Vikings. We'll start with the Vikings as they will play first on Friday, hosting the Central Cass Squirrels in what's going to be a region championship matchup for Central Cass and Kindred. The winner earns the number 1 seed into the AA football postseason. The Vikings can finish no worse than 2, so if they were to come up short to the Squirrels, Kindred would still have a home game on Halloween in the quarterfinal round of the AA football postseason. But again, Central Cass Kindred, 7 o'clock upcoming. That'll be in Kindred right here on yourliveevent.com. Well, the Hillsboro Central Valley Burros, they'll be hosting the Thompson Tommies in the opening round of the Division 1A football playoffs. 16 teams remain in 1A, and the Burros will be hosting the Tommies with the winner to play the winner of Langdon Area Munich and Northern Cass the week after. But again, this Saturday at 1 o'clock in Hillsboro, it's the Burros and the Tommies. We'll have that for you with Jake Berkmeyer and company right here on yourliveevent.com. So pencil that in. We'll take a quick break, and we come back after this. Get to our coaches' conversation here with Katie Stabler, all ahead of our starting lineups and the opening serve tonight in Kindred. This is Division A Volleyball on yourliveevent.com.
Looking to tackle a big building project or a major fall cleanup? Sywick Lumber and Hardware Hillsboro has what you need. 40 dumpster roll-off boxes that are on hand, ready for rent. Need building materials? They'll deliver everything you need for your project and bring the dumpster at the same time for maximum convenience. If it's time for fall cleaning, rent a large dumpster and clear out your space with ease. For rentals of your dumpsters and building needs, your one-stop shop for your projects, Sywick Lumber and Hardware Hillsboro.
Central Valley Bean Cooperative in Buxton, North Dakota has adapted to the growing needs of the edible bean industry since 1982. Production of edible beans helps many growers in the Red River Valley make their farming operation more profitable. These growers are also producing a nutritious, high-protein food source helping feed a hungry world. Central Valley Bean Cooperative in Buxton with receiving stations in Garsky, Grafton, Larimore, Sharon, Devils Lake, Lankin, Wilton, and East Grand Forks. Learn more at centralvalleybean.com or call 701-847-2622.
Being a good sport is the best way to learn from the activity you are involved in. Whether you are winning or losing the game, you can walk away with a positive experience if you show your integrity and respect and learn from the other team. Hi, my name is Addison and I'm a student in the Central Valley School District. I've learned so much from competing in basketball, and a lot of what I've learned is by observing the other teams and taking positive influence from some of their greats in sportsmanship. I hope to continue to display this at the Central Valley School to also be an example. This message is from the Central
Growers, prepare your fields and yields against the wet conditions for 2025 and beyond with a drain tile project from Chad's Excavating out of Mayville. Drain tiling will improve and increase your yields and land values for years to come. Chad's Excavating provides free, detailed estimates, and with over 40 years of combined success, they provide professional installation and service. Call Chad today to prepare for your future and any questions that you might have. That's Chad's Excavating out of Mayville, helping farmers grow.
The City of Hillsboro encourages customers to use electricity wisely through its Bright Energy Solutions rebate program. These rebates help customers save energy and money, improve their comfort, and protect the environment. You can get rebates on Energy Star appliances and lighting, as well as high-efficiency heat pumps and air conditioners. They even have rebates for home electric vehicle chargers. Business customers can receive rebates too. Call the City of Hillsboro for more information or visit brightenergysolutions.com.
As we continue on our pregame show here today, brought to you in part by Irie Insurance. Katie Stabler from the Hillsboro Central Valley Burros joining us here. This interview brought to you in part by Dakota Heritage Bank. And Katie, it's kind of getting to the end of the season here. Weather finally feels like it is October out there. Crazy to think just a few short weeks this team will be in Mayville for the regional. But a non-region game that you have tonight early on in the week, what's the one thing you want to see from your club before you kind of get back to the swing of things, so to speak, in region play?
You know, a big thing for us is finishing. We're doing things well on our side. I think our serve receive's been really good good the last few games, and we are becoming more aggressive offensively and working different spots that we've been doing in practice. We play really well throughout the game. We just have had trouble finishing each set, so we just got to make sure that we do that. That's our main focus for tonight.
What's the one thing when it's a non-region game this late in the year and you have one or two more of them too before you get to Mayville? Are you changing a lot of things up as a coach, or is it let's continue to fine-tune? Maybe there's a rotation or two that we're still maybe tinkering with a little bit. How do you view that here, Katie?
Yeah, we moved a little bit. The girls in the back row, we have now our libero playing in that left back spot. We're going to see how that goes for us tonight. And then our left backs will be in that middle back position when they're playing back there. Girls were excited for that. We got to practice that on what day was that? Thursday, just throwing all off. And they're just ready to get on the floor. We're fine-tuning a lot of things. You don't want to move too much around, but also we got to find something that works for us as well while we're coming down here. So we just tweaked a couple things. Girls on the bench are always ready to go in. They practice hard every day, and we'll pull the trigger if needed quicker, But overall, we just got a good group of girls, a lot of positive, a lot of fun energy, and like I said, we just got to make sure that we want it a little bit more and we go out there and finish.
Eddie Stabler with us here from the Burroughs perspective. Region 1, Region 2, we were just kind of talking about, state qualifiers going to be new this year for volleyball. So how much do you take as notes playing a Region 1 team, knowing that you might see them potentially if both teams, for example, Kindred and Hillsboro, Central Valley, are able to get to Jamestown on the 15th of November here, Katie?
Yeah, we've just got to make sure that we scout afterwards too. We're keeping track. Normally it's just that Region 2, and so it's great that we have this opportunity though too. I think that's one of the positives with this new division is that multiple teams have multiple opportunities too, and we've got to play against a really good Region 1 too if we don't get there in that first place game for us. So we just got to take every game, get better every game, and hopefully just surprise the heck out of teams as we get near the tournament time.
Hey, Katie, as always, thanks so much for your time and best of luck here tonight.
Yes, thank you.
And again, Coach Stabler here for the Hillsboro Central Valley Burros. We'll continue with more after this in Kindred on YourLiveVent.com.
This is Austin Reed with Dakota Heritage Bank. At Dakota Heritage Bank, we have a strong background in ag and business lending, but we can also help with any auto, recreational, personal, or home loans, including home equity lines of credit. If you're in need of a loan, visit us at one of our locations across North Dakota and northwestern Minnesota. Dakota Heritage Bank, equal housing lender, member FDIC. Dakota Heritage Bank, sharing our heritage, sharing our future.
Get ready to make a true impact on the farm. Introducing the HDSR series of staggered rippers from Degelman Industries. At the heart of the machine is the HDSR's staggered two-row setup, which allows for better trash flow and lower draft than an inline ripper. Featuring a shorter implement contour length, easier transport, and better compaction shattering ability than the competitors. The HDSR series from Degelman Industries is engineered tough. Visit our website for more information.
Don't be fooled by that beat-up old cap. Its faded crown represents the tireless work of America's farmers and ranchers. Its sturdy brim, their dedication to providing our nation with a safe, affordable food source. So we'd like to tip our hat to them. Farmers Union Insurance, protecting those that protect America's food source.
Visit with Ryan Opdahl, your local Farmers Union insurance agent in Hillsboro.
Keep your car moving along with the team at Elite Automotive Center in Fargo. What sets Elite Automotive Center apart from the herd is their truly extensive list of services. From brake and tire service to tune-ups and battery replacement, there's no job too big or small for their ASE certified technicians. Schedule your next oil change by going to EliteAutomotiveCenter.com or scan the QR code on your screen now. Never settle for standard service. Stop by Elite Automotive Center today in Fargo.
At Enbridge, we're focused on relationships. 23 Canadian First Nation and Métis communities now own an equity stake in Enbridge Athabasca Pipelines. In Minnesota, Enbridge has spent $450 million and counting with Native-owned companies and in wages to tribal members working on Line 3. Every day brings new collaborations, partnerships, and possibilities. Learn more at Enbridge.com.
Catch all the action of the fall postseason for Minnesota and North Dakota high school football and volleyball on yourliveevent.com.
Going down the field, it's picked off here from Kindred. Tanning Johnson to the 30, to the 25. Johnson, could he go? Yes, sir! A 45-yard pick six for
Takes it up, played high in the air by Horkin. Here's risky left side off of a touch. Kept alive Thornton. Now played high. Angle, Severson, smash! Count, good!
Check out the postseason schedule on yourliveevent.com.
That interview with Coach Katie Stabler brought to you in part by Dakota Heritage Bank, sharing their heritage and their future with locations in North Dakota and Minnesota. Go to DHB, that's DHB.bank. Chase Miller with you here in our final segment on our pregame show, brought to you in part by Irie Insurance, as we get you ready for the starting lineups here in just a few moments and the opening serve tonight here in Kindred. For the Burros, this is match number 23 of the season. Again, they're back in action Thursday at Grafton, then in action again a week from tonight, hosting Hatton Northwood as they return back to Hillsboro Central Valley before they play Thompson on October the 28th as well, with matches with Central Cass and Grafton still on the schedule before it's the Region 2 tournament that'll be on Monday, November the 10th at Mayville State. For fans unable to make it to Mayville State, we'll have it for you right here on yourliveevent.com for the Region 2A volleyball tournament again at November the 10th in Mayville. Well, for the Kindred Vikings, match number 31 of the season so far here for Kindred, after tonight hosting the Broncos of Lisbon for a Region 1 matchup here tomorrow, then traveling to Carrington on Thursday. Then they will have matches with Wahpeton and Central Cass to close out the regular season here for the Kindred Vikings. For the Vikings, the Region 1 volleyball tournament will be in Valley City at the Highliner Activity Center at the Hack there, and that will be on Monday, November the 10th. We'll have audio-only coverage for you. Again, audio-only coverage for you for the Region 1A volleyball tournament that'll be in Valley City. For more on the postseason, simply go to our website, yourliveevent.com, or subscribe to our YouTube channel by searching Your Live Event, and you'll get to see more information there as well. It's the Burros at 6-16 on the season, going up against the Vikings at 15-15. That does it for our pregame show, brought to you in part by Irie Insurance. Go to IrieINS.com. That is IrieINS.com for more information. We come back, starting lineups and the opening serve around the corner here in Kindred.
Make your stop before or after the game at the Knickerbocker in Hickson, North Dakota. Stop out throughout the week for mouth-watering lunch specials weekdays and mark Friday nights down on the calendar for prime rib, ribeye steak, or some walleye at the Knickerbocker. For more information or to find out about daily specials, give the Knickerbocker a like on Facebook by searching the Knickerbocker. Great food and good people. You can find it all at the Knickerbocker in Hickson, North Dakota.
Buying a new home, but worried about the interest rate and terms from your bank? At First Class Mortgage, we'll find a mortgage that fits your needs. Shopping national banks and other lenders for the lowest rate and most affordable terms. Saving you time and money. So all you need to worry about is enjoying your new home. First Class Mortgage. Our expertise, your peace of mind. Put an expert to work for you. Call today.
Buying, selling, or leasing commercial real estate or farmland in the Fargo-Moorhead and surrounding area? From office to retail, industrial to multifamily, commercial land to farmland. As the #1 commercial, sales, and leasing brokerage in the FM region, Goldmark Commercial has the experience and skills to handle all of your commercial real estate and farmland needs with the highest levels of customer service and marketing around. Trust the experts at Goldmark Commercial Real Estate to lead your team to success.
Great Plains Fireworks and Sports Collectibles, Hillsboro. Fireworks and sports stuff in the same store? That's right. Great Plains Fireworks and Sports Collectibles, Hillsboro. Come in and browse the sports cards and memorabilia and fireworks at the same time. Unopened packs and boxes of sports cards, plus pre-owned cards as well. Jersey, swatch, autograph cards, lots of Twins, Vikings, Wolves, Wild, Lynx, and North Stars memorabilia, bobbleheads, caps, and more. Call anytime, 701-436-6140. Great Plains Fireworks and Sports Collectibles, Hillsboro.
As we get you ready for our starting lineups, brought to you in part by American Crystal Sugar Company. The Hillsboro Central Valley Burros don in their blue attire here today. Blue tops with the white numerals outlined in black will go like this. Abigail Anderson, the junior outside hitter. You got Malia Brill, a junior outside hitter as well. With Emerson Aarons, a senior middle hitter. Paige Cotton, another senior middle hitter here for the Burros. With Peyton Olson, a junior. And then you have Jenin, the senior setter. The libero here is Aaliyah Jumpstead tonight for the Burros. Head coach is Katie Stabler here for HCV. Well, for the Kindred Vikings with the American Crystal Sugar starting lineups, they'll be in their white tops here tonight with the blue numerals and lettering outlined in black here for the Kindred Vikings. They'll go like this, starting in the lineup tonight here for the Vikings. You have Mallory Keller at the libero spot with Caitlin Brink, a senior defensive specialist. Jenner Jornheim is a junior outside hitter. From there, Taylor Sanders, a sophomore at 5'11". Also another sophomore, Collins McQuillan, a sophomore setter. And you'll have Kate Odegaard here, a sophomore middle hitter at 5'10" as well here for the Kindred Vikings. Harley Bunky is the head coach here for Kindred. That again is our starting lineups, brought to you in part by American Crystal Sugar Company. Live the sweet life with great careers, quality products, grower owned. Go to crystalsugar.com. Back with the opening serve after this. It's the Burros and the Vikings here to open up the work week and the sports week on your livevent.com.
Green Earth Landscaping offers a full range of services, including commercial and residential landscape design and installation, maintenance and sprinkler services. From outdoor kitchens to patios, retaining walls, lighting, fine grade, sod and hydroseed, and anything in between, Green Earth Landscaping has you covered, servicing the Fargo-Moorhead area and beyond. For more information, go online to greenearthnd.com. That's greenearthnd.com.
The Hillsboro Central Valley Booster Club is made up of parents, fans, and community members who work together to build team and community spirit. The Hillsboro Central Valley Booster Club supports Hillsboro and Central Valley students in their school activities and encourages all students to be involved in the activities at your school. The Hillsboro Central Valley Booster Club takes great pride in uniting the communities to support the Burros, encouraging everyone to promote school spirit, sportsmanship, and to support the Hillsboro Central Valley students. It's the Hillsboro Central Valley Booster Club.
Thank you very much for tuning in to high school volleyball here tonight on your liveevent.com as we get you ready here on a Monday with the opening serve at 7:23. And Prep Sports is underway. Nice dig by Keller. McQuillan set near side. Sanders going to be blocked. This one will be tight off the ribbon, and eventually the Vikings able to spring that one over, but it will be out in the opening point. On the Golden Harvest Tim Cassette seat sales scoreboard goes to the Burros. Really good double block there on the outside against Sanders, and the Burros were able to put it right back on the Vikings side of the net. Vikings with McQuillan set. That'll go to Kittleson down for the points. Lila Kittleson give McQuillan the assist, and we're tied at one apiece. As the Vikings will have their first serve of the evening here for Keller. Mallory Keller, a 5'2" libero here to the service line for the Vikings. That's Keller, a knuckler down the line. Jumpstead eventually off of Brill after the first attempt by Aarons goes awry. It's 2-1 here in favor of Kindred. So good serve there for Keller to open things off for the Vikings as they will play with their first lead here in the opening set. Vikings looking for their 16th win of the season. The Burros looking for win number 7. HCV will see it here with Jenin. Back bump. This one will be hit on a play on the hitting error there by Brill. And the Vikings now with 3 consecutive points lead it by 2. Both these teams been busy as of late with respective October tournaments. That's what the month of October can be for volleyball. You see the DLB invite, Carrington invite, the Shields invite in Fargo just in recent weeks, and the Lisbon Enderlin tournament as well. McQuillan near side on the attack line goes Sanders, dug out nicely by Anderson. This one set to the outside goes Brill off a Killer for the kill. Brill with the point, and the Burros able to see it back on their side of the net. It's now 3-2. HCV will make their way as this will be Brill, the junior, with the running jump serve that'll hit to the back left corner to Keller. McQuillan set middle. This is hammered down for the point with Kate Odegaard. as Odegaard will take it now at 4-2. Quick offense there for the Vikings as they will head to the service line, as this one will be now with Lauren Ocken, the senior center, at 5'2". This one will be dug out by Jalmstead, set to the outside. Here goes Anderson, deflected and down for the points. Anderson gets the kill. So far, one for Brill, one for Anderson to lead the floor for the Burros early on in set number 1. While for the Vikings, led by Kittelson and Odegaard with 1 kill respectively. As Aaliyah, the junior, to the service line, goes to the opposite libero there, and Keller quickly punched at the net, and a good block by Odegaard. Oh, free ball opportunity. Ocken back set. Here goes Collins McQuillan. She is stoned at the net on the outside on the way for the Burros there by Anderson. Anderson able to throw up the block with Paige Cotton on the outside. We're tied at 4 apiece. First tie of set number 1, service by Jalmstead. Brink with a nice dig. Back set. Here goes Sanders, and this one's going to hit the post, go out of play, as HCV now will take the lead here by a point. To this time of the season now for Division A volleyball, just a couple of weeks away from that November the 10th and the opening round of the regionals, quarterfinals for both Region 2 and Region 1. That's going to be tipped, unable to get across for what Class B fans have been accustomed to, maybe a super regional, where you might have to win a game for an opening round to get to the quarterfinals. That has gone to the wayside now with the amount of teams in both regions. Automatically qualify for the quarterfinals. Depending on which region you are, you get a bye into the semis as well. Back set, here goes Sanders. Able to see that one be deflected and down for the points. Taylor gets the kill, and the Vikings get it back to the service line. 7 teams in Region 1 and 7 teams in Region 2 this year. Service on the way for Sanders. Back right corner, Burrows will set. There's a right-handed swing and a block on the way. Trembeth able to put up the block. Ivy earns the point. Odegaard was there as well, and we're tied at 6. So for these teams, you get to a non-region matchup tonight. Continue to try to fine-tune some things, as we mentioned before, you get close to that first round of the tournament. And now this would be 7-6 in favor of Kindred. We'll have the coverage of both Region 1A and Region 2A and the state qualifiers in Jamestown as well that week of November. This will be set middle, right-handed swing and down for the points. Nice transition game. Anderson gets the kill. We're tied at 7 apiece. That week alone will be in Mayville, Valley City, and Jamestown for regional tournaments in volleyball. The Dakota Bowl will be on that Friday, November the 14th as well. Then the state qualifiers back in Jamestown on November the 15th. Service here for Chloe Tice. Getting that one across is Ocken. Then right back over here for the Burros. Keller, free ball over on the third jump. Sit with the pass. That'll go to Tice, set outside. There goes Anderson. Able to use that block to her advantage. A little power tip. And the Burros now take an 8-7 lead. Postseason starts up this week in North Dakota for football for 9-man in Division A, and then state cross country this weekend in Jamestown on Friday and Saturday. This will be tight by Trembeth, unable to muscle that one across. It's now 9-7. As the state B will start at 2 o'clock on Friday in Jamestown for the state cross country meet, with the A being on Saturday. Keller with the pass to Ocken, set to the near side. Trembeth with the tip, covered by the Burros. Trying to hit that one across was Cotton, unable to do so. The Vikings will get the set out and make their way back to the service line, as coming on to serve here will be the sophomore at 5'10" in Kate Odegaard. On our Golden Harvest Tim Kazet seat sale scoreboard, Burros lead by a point. Getting closer to that midway section here in set number 1. Trembeth push across on the third, and the Burros just unable to communicate on who was going to grab that between Tice or Anderson on the pass. Regardless, the Vikings will take it here. It's now tied at 9. 4 tie early on here in set number 1. The serve upcoming for Kindred here with Odegaard. Odegaard with a thunderous serve. Jalmstead with the bump. That'll go outside to Culp. She's blocked and down for the points. McQuillan and Kittelson put up the block party, as you see Collins there on the outside. able to see that one come down, and the Vikings will make their way to the service line, continuing here for Odegaard. First service error of the night goes to Kindred. As we'll see it now on the way for the Burros. Anderson with a match-high 3 kills for HCV to serve. This one goes to Trembeth. Onken back set. McQuillan able to get that one over on the third. Back bump by Jumpstead. Here's a swing on the way by Brill. Off the block and down for the points. So far it's been Anderson and Brill, the 1-2 combination on the outside spot for Katie Stabler. They've combined for 5 kills so far for the Burros. Kindred, Onken will come middle. Kittleson was unable to time it up properly here. As I say, 12-10 contest. Been tight so far. The Kindred Vikings led 3-1, 4-2, up by 2. The Burros here match their largest lead here with Kindred at 2. Anderson continues to serve. Nice pass by Sanders. Back set on the way. McQuillan with the tip. Jumpstead trying to pancake it, unable to do so. Collins gets a kill. The Vikings make their way back to the service line here, down by 1. As the aforementioned McQuillan to the service line. Girls golf already wrapped up. Boys soccer wrapped up this past weekend in Mandan. So cross country. Then we'll be down to just football and alongside volleyball left here in the state for fall athletics. Nice sprawling attempt by Sanders. Keller will see this one to Trembeth on the tip. Chance to use it, though, for the Burros. This one will be tight at the net. Able to tip that one across there is Culp. Back to the back row goes Sanders. Jumps it off her hands. Covered nicely by Anderson. Free ball over by Tice. Keller to McQuillan. Set. Here goes Kittleson. Was there a deflection? There was not, out of play. And the Burros will take the points and the serve. Halfway home for HCV here on YourLiveEvent.com as we're broadcasting from the Farmers Union Insurance Agency Ryan Umpdahl broadcast booth. Get in touch with Ryan at 701-436-5777 in Hillsboro. Collins will see this one to Kittleson. Power tip back right corner covered by HCV. Here's a right-handed cross-court swing there by Brill. Nice dig from Keller. Sanders back row attempt unable to get it across. And we'll get a timeout on the floor here for the Kindred Vikings. We'll break with them. Timeout brought to you in part by Kindred State Bank and Insurance Agency. It's 14-11. Burros in set number 1.
Goose River Bank is here for the communities we serve, building relationships that last a lifetime. Serving the strong Red River Valley and beyond, we are your neighbors, friends, and family, committed to providing everything from everyday personal banking to loans for your farm or business. Visit one of our locations in Mayville, Hillsboro, or Hatton, or reach out and we'll happily come to you, because it's the neighborly thing to do. Goose River Bank. Strong bank, strong communities.
On the Golden Harvest Temp Gazette seed sales scoreboard, it's Hillsboro Central Valley 14, the Kindred Vikings 11. Chase Miller with you here tonight in Kindred. Timeout brought to you in part by Kindred State Bank and Insurance Agency. From banking to insurance, let Kindred State Bank and Insurance Agency handle your requests. For more information, go online to kindredstatebank.com. That again is kindredstatebank.com. Largest lead of the set here for Hillsboro Central Valley. As we've seen so far, 5 ties in set number 1. Service here by Casey Hung. The Vikings, free ball over by Sanders. Hung with the pass. This one will go to Tice. Set middle, left-handed swing. Keller keeps it alive. Sanders able to play it. Trembeth sees a block at the net after Peyton Olson getting up the junior. Near side goes Trembeth. Nice dig here from the Burros with Anderson. Anderson back row, tip down, and she gets the points. Anderson been a playmaker so far for HCV. Her match-leading 4th kill here for the Burros. Largest lead here for HCV in set number 1. Hung to Keller. This will go to McQuillan. Set near side. Right-handed swing by Jordheim. Anderson with the dig. Pushed over on the second from the Burros. McQuillan set middle. Here goes Kittleson. Unable to get it across, and you saw that block from Olson coming up in the middle. And the Burros, just like that, have rattled off now 4 straight points here as they're ballooning this lead out a little bit in set number 1. Casey Hung down the line. Trembeth to McQuillan. Near side goes Jordheim, trying to get that little power play on the tip. As the Burros just keep inching out here out in front. Already one timeout has been taken by head coach Harley Bunke here for the Vikings. Service from Hung, the senior, hits one down the line. McQuillan to Trembeth, set near side. Jordanheim going cross court. There on the way is Brill. Back set, able to get that one over. The tip was Culp. Vikings near side, tip by Trembeth. It will be covered by Tice. Culp with a right-handed swing. She's blocked. Olsen able to get it over. Keller to McQuillan. Back set. Here goes Jordanheim. Just off her back right heel, unable to get that one over. And the Burros now lead it by 7. That's Hillsboro Central Valley up by 7 here with some good serves by Casey Hung. Collins McQuillan dump. Covered by the Burros. Set. This one able to get across there by Brill. Vikings, where will they go? Near side, Trembeth. Any touch, not out of play, and we'll see another timeout here from Kindred. We'll break as well. The Golden Harvest Tim Cassette Seed Sales scoreboard. The Burros up by 8.
I was visiting with Ben at the Hillsboro Body Shop, and we discussed, well, a lot of things. And then we were discussing, when do you think about the body shop? Most times it's after your vehicle gets damaged from an accident, hitting a deer, hailstorms, scratches, dents, windshield cracks. Ben says, beep. I say, when you need the repairs to your vehicle as you're thinking of the Hillsboro Body Shop, call Ben, 701-636-4981.
Timeout brought to you in part by Kindred State Bank and Insurance Agency. It's a 7-0 run on the way here for the Burros since it was 12-11. For more information, go online to kindredstatebank.com. As the Burros will continue to serve here with Casey Hong. Trembeth to McQuillan with the bump. Here goes Sanders up and over, and they get the side out here for the Vikings. Sanders with the kill. That'll be her second. Now the Vikings will try to get something brewing here late in set number 1. It's coming on the service line is Caitlin Brink, the senior DS at 5'5" here for the Vikings. Brink with the serve. That'll be into the middle. The Burros here with Brill will send this one, and Culp able to push that over on the third. McQuillan set near side. Here goes Sanders. Able to put that one down with authority. Taylor will get the kill back-to-back on the way. Give Collins the assist, and quickly the Vikings trying to see if they can materialize a few points in a row yet again here for Kindred. As Brink with the serve. As this one will go into the middle. Burrows with the bump. Jelmstead with a good spot, but a sprawn attempt by Keller, but really good opportunity there from both liberos. How about Aaliyah from the back row with a kill? It's 20-13. So Jelmstead able to earn the point here, 20-13 in favor of Hillsboro Central Valley. Service on the way for Jenin. That'll come into the middle to Keller. McQuillan to the near side. Sanders unable to see that one go over. And the Burros 4 points away from trying to take set number 1. We'll get to our set recap brought to you in part by First Class Mortgage. Coming up in between sets. Take a look at the first set stats. This one's going to be tipped by Kittleson. Jelmstead with the dig back on the way over to the Viking side. McQuillan near side. Here goes Sanders for another kill off of Anderson. And Sanders now matches Anderson with her 4th kill to lead the floor. Looking ahead and talking with coaches in the East throughout the season, everybody said if you make it to that state qualifier in Jamestown, those are going to be some dogfights coming up on November the 15th, whether it's been Division A or Division B. As this will go, Olsen with the left hand. Nice dig by Brink. Keller, free ball by Sanders. You'll see it now with Anderson. Back set on the way. Here's a right-handed swing, blocked. Sanders able to see that one blocked on the way. And we'll see it now for the Vikings. That could be a shot in the arm that Kindred was looking for. But you just kind of go through, particularly in Division A, powers that be in the East a little bit more in terms of a top-to-bottom region than the West. As here's a back row attack by Anderson. Keller with the pass to McQuillan, set near side. Odegaard for the kill. Nice transition play for the Vikings. Katie Stabler walking this one down the line. Another point or two. She might be forced to burn her first time out here of the set. Don't look now. It's Kindred with 3 consecutive points, closing in back within 5. Keller with the serve back right corner. This one set by Jenin. This one will get across and down for the points. Brill with her third kill. And HCV now 3 points away from the set. To take it here in the first, as we'll see it now with Brill. Brill into the middle to Keller. Collins McQuillan back set. Here goes Sanders. That'll be 4, unable to get across. It's 23-16. Region 2 so far just in the region standings. Carrington, Thompson, Mayport, CG, and Grafton have all played awfully well. Region 1, Valley City, Oak Grove, Kindred, and Central Cass have kind of separated themselves from the bottom 3 teams in the region so far. Olsen just across, able to put that one down for Peyton. And now it'll be make that set point, opportunity here in set number 1. Service here for Brill. Running jump serve in the middle, Brink to McQuillan, set near side Sanders. She's going to be blocked, and that one will eventually go off of Culp. And the block on the way there by Aritz here for Hillsboro Central Valley. Set number 1 goes to the visiting Burrows and Kindred tonight, 25-16. Back with our set recap, brought to you in part by First Class Mortgage.
Hillsboro Campground and Laundry is conveniently located right off I-29 exit 104, offering spacious pull-through sites large enough to accommodate Class A rigs with tow cars. Laundry services open 24/7, serving both our campground guests and local community. And for extra flexibility, furnished rentals are available up to 3 bedrooms, perfect for overflow guests or housing your harvest crew. Whether you're here for a night or a season, Hillsboro Campground has you covered.
Hillsboro Dairy, with delivery of fresh dairy products and more to your home door. I've had Hillsboro Dairy delivering cold, fresh dairy products and other items to my door for years. 3 main reasons why. It's the convenience, the products are fresh, and the delivery service from the Udder Guy. Nobody does it like the Udder Guy. Every week, we get the CT. Please call him at 701-436-5877. Delivery right to your door from Hillsboro Dairy.
Keep yourself healthy as we head back to school and into the autumn season. Hillsboro Drug and Gift is your locally owned full-service pharmacy with prescription and over-the-counter medications, cough and cold medications, and more. And don't forget, you can now text Hillsboro Drug anytime for your prescription refills, 701-636-5231. Hillsboro Drug also offers free delivery in Hillsboro and Halstead. There's always something new at Hillsboro Drug with a great selection of seasonal items, gifts, and cards for all occasions. They're always happy to help you, and they thank you for your business at Hillsboro Drug and Gift.
Set recap brought to you in part by First Class Mortgage, locally owned and operated in Fargo on 13th Avenue and 25th Street. First Class Mortgage, more than their company name, it's the way they do business. The Burrows with 4 kills led by Anderson. Brill had 3, 0 aces, but also 0 service errors for the Burrows. While for the Vikings, they were led by 4 kills of Taylor Sanders, 2 by Kate Odegaard, 1 service error, no aces. Saw both the Vikings and the Burrows get a handful of blocks combined in that opening set. There were 5 ties. The difference, though, a 7-0 run to give HCV a 19-11 lead, and they would never trail after making that run, taking it 25-16 in set number 1. That's a set recap brought to you in part by First Class Mortgage. For first-class experience, first-class knowledge, and first-class service at the lowest interest rates. For more information, go online to firstclasscorp.com. That, again, is firstclasscorp.com. Update for you north of the border in Toronto, ALCS tonight. Winner take all game 7. I got a date with the Dodgers. It's the Seattle Mariners one and the Toronto Blue Jays one as well. That again, top of the second. Last score there, Monday Night Football. Lions over the Buccaneers 14-3. And you got the Houston Texans and the Seattle Seahawks playing a little bit later on. And if you're a Minnesota Vikings fan, Thursday Night Football for Vikings fans out there as they will travel to Los Angeles and go up against Justin Herbert and the Chargers. Again, Vikings football set for Thursday night this week from the NFL perspective. Service on the way here for Caitlin Brink to open up set number 2. Nearly, and she does. Gets the opening point and an ace. First ace of the night will go to Kindred. As the Vikings on our Golden Harvest, Tim Kazet Seed Sales scoreboard will play with the lead here in set number 2. Brink. This one will flutter across, jumps it, will play that one eventually. And a couple of unable to really get a quality pass here on the serve receive, something that head coach Sean the way for Katie Stabler was mentioning in our pregame show. Really looking to tidy that up as the season progresses here from the Burrows side of things. Brink to the right-handed side. Burrows. Free ball over on the third, chance to use it if you're the Vikings. McQuillan set near side. Sanders, this one off a shoulder blade, hits a hoop, and that will eventually be a point on the way here for Taylor. So Sanders going to get the kill, give the assist to Collins McQuillan, and the Vikings coming out hard charging here as they are up by 3 here in set number 2. That's Caitlin Brink with the serve into the middle. Jumstead is there. This one to Jenin. Hit across over by Aarons for the Vikings. Middle, Kittleson tip. Burrows will get this one over with Aarons. Vikings back set. This one up and over on the third by Beauclair. As for the Burrows, free ball over Keller to McQuillan. Here goes Sanders. Little tip and down for the points. Taylor Sanders got her 6th kill, and head coach Katie Stabler wants an early timeout here in set number 2. It's Kindred up 4-0 here in set number 2.
Imagine your life in Hillsboro, a place where neighbors know your name and opportunities are real. Here, you'll find affordable home lots and grants to help you build your future. In Hillsboro, safety, affordability, and community aren't just promises, they're our way of life. With a 24-hour fitness center, a strong school system, a trusted hospital, and a thriving business district, Hillsboro has everything you need to live well. Here, your family is our family, and your future shines bright. Discover Hillsboro, where small-town living means big opportunities.
High school volleyball tonight here on YourLiveEvent.com. Chase Miller with you, broadcasting from the Farmers Union Insurance Ryan Updahl Agency broadcast booth here tonight. Home, auto, business, life, and more. Visit the agency in downtown Hillsboro. Get in touch with Ryan at 701-436-5777. Brink on to serve here after the quick timeout from Coach Katie Stabler. Jelmstead, we'll see it, the Burrows. Back row attack up and over on the third there by Brill. McQuillan near side. Sanders trying to go down the line, but we'll see a lift on the way, or a double. That will be a lift here by Aarons trying to put up the block, but really good run here by the Vikings, taking the first 5 points of set number 2. Match 31 here this season for Kindred for the Burrows, match number 23. Brink in the back, and that'll be nice. Brink 6 for 6 from the service line here to open things up in set number 2 with a couple of aces. As Brink will continue to look to have this run. Back right corner, there's Anderson. Burrows set to the outside. This one will be out of play. No touch. Hit the ribbon, but not a hand after the attempt there by Aarons. And it's Kindred matching a 7-0 run in which we saw Hillsboro Central Valley have in set number 1. Vikings doing that to the Burrows here in set number 2. As this one will be to the back left corner there to Brill. Brill with the right-handed swinging down for the kill. It'll be her 4th, and more importantly from a HCV perspective. Able to get it right back on your side and got some work to do out in front of you as the Burrows again trail it here by 6. Service into the middle. Keller with the pass. That'll go to McQuillan. Set near side. Sanders with the tip. Covered nicely here by HCV. Back set. This will be tight. Olsen wins the joust. McQuillan set. Sanders right-handed swing, and she's going to be blocked. We'll see that one. Olsen was kind of ready for that cross-court shot, and she earns the block. Back-to-back points here for the Burrows. Service here for Brill. Brill to the back left corner. That'll go off Brink to Keller. Bumped. Sanders at the attack line. Little roll shot on the way, and it works. 8-2 here in favor of the Vikings. Sanders just continues to rack them up here tonight. Match leading 7th kill that we have her down for. Service on the way for Keller. Keller down the line. This one will be set to the outside. Goes Anderson off of Keller and will rattle. Eventually go out, and the point will be awarded here towards Hillsboro Central Valley. So good swing on the way for Anderson. Her team leading 5th kill, and the Burros back to the service line. From an HCV perspective, work to do in set number 2 after a 7-0 run by Brink and the Vikings. Service by Jelmstead. Keller with the bump. This one will go to Odegaard up and over on the 3rd. Burrows here with Jenin with the set. This one off the double by Anderson. McQuillan near side. Odegaard. Was it deflected or not? And they're going to say it's going to be 4. No touch. Burrows back within 4. As HCV and the Vikings, both with just a handful of volleyball matches here over the next couple of weeks before it's the postseason. As Jelmstead going to earn the ace. And the Burros back within 3. As Aaliyah, the junior, back to the service line here. Sanders to Collins. Unable to get over on the 3rd, and it's the Burros back within 2. For HCV, 4 consecutive points here. Another one will have a chance to tie if they can get another good serve here from Jelmstead. Brink will play this one to McQuillan. Here goes Sanders. Sees a block. Odegaard will play it. Collins then in the net. 8-7 in favor of Kindred. Burros have already burned one timeout here in set number 2, as the Burros are looking to erase that 7-0 deficit here. Tie things up at 8. Leah with the serve. Brink. Odegaard. Free ball over by McQuillan. Jelmstead. Jenin. Tight. Push over on a tip, or excuse me, on the 3rd. Here goes Sanders. Power tip down the line. Covered there by Jenin. Up and over across for Anderson, and we're knotted at 8. 6 kill here for Anderson. First tie of set number 2. In a match that started back at 7:23 a half hour ago here in Kindred. As Jelmstead to serve for the Burros. As she does, back right corner to Sanders. Collins quickly. Here goes Odegaard. Double block. Up and over on the 3rd. Good spot there from Beauclair. And we'll see this one. And running into the net is Hillsboro Central Valley. So good run by the Burros. 6 consecutive points to tie things up. Service on the way here for the Vikings with Lauren Onken. Down the line, Kindred will see it to Jenin to the outside. Right-handed swing over the double on the way from Paige Cotton. Good up here by the Vikings. Sanders from the attack line in the middle. There's going to be Jenin outside, off the side of the block on the way there for Anderson. And then quickly push right back on the swing and the kill here for Aarons. Just for the Burros, a little bit quicker there in the transition game to get it right back across. They will take it. As now he'll handle it here for Hillsboro Central Valley with Chloe Tice. Tice with the serve. Brink with the pass. This one will be back set to Sanders on top of the double, and that'll be a point. Kill the way for Taylor. Good transition game there for Kindred on the serve receive. Got right into your offensive set, as Sanders will make her way to the service line. Brink will check out now, as coming on front will be Trembeth here for the Vikings. Sanders, see the second service here for Kindred, their first of set number 2. 10 at 8, 9, and 10. We've seen a 7-0 run from Kindred, a 6-0 run from Hillsboro Central Valley here in set 2. Service on the way will be with Anderson. Free ball by McQuillan. Jelmstead will play this one. Tice set middle. This was touched. No, it was not, after the swing there by Paige Cotton. And the Vikings will take the point here, up by 1. For those of you that are just joined us, set number 1 went to Hillsboro Central Valley, 25-16. Service here for Odegaard. Jelmstead helps it. Free ball, able to get that one over by Anderson. Quickly, Onken. Kittleson back left, in for the points. Good spot on the way there for Kittleson. And the Vikings will take it here at 12-10. Those recent 50-50 points have kind of went to the Burros. So from a Viking perspective, nice one to get. Nice dig on the way. Jelmstead dump, quickly pushed back over by Kittleson. Tice, and just a miscommunication on Jelmstead or Anderson on who was going to take that one. It's 13-10. Service on the way for the Vikings will be with Odegaard. Odegaard with the running jump serve into the nets. They get 13-11. And the side out here will make its way towards Hillsboro Central Valley. Olsen will come on and play the front row. Service here for Casey Hung. And last time Casey came to the service line in set one, that's when the Burros made a 7-0 run. Service here for Hung. Keller with the pass to Onken here coming through. A Skittleson tipped on the way. Covered by the Burros to start with, but then sliding underneath. There is Culp after the dig by Tice. It's 14-11. Jalmstead back on, as you'll see Tyson, Culp, and Olsen front row here for HCV. For the Vikings, McQuillan to the service line. Trembeth, Kittleson, and also with her with Beauclair in the front. That's the third service error here if you're Kindred, compared to 0 in the set for the Burros. Two teams that have went at it in high school football a few years back. Now the Vikings in 2A, Hillsboro Central Valley in 1A, both making playoff runs here this fall. Keller with the bump. That'll get through by Beauclair. Burrows. Here goes Brill, and unable to get that one across. It's 15-12. Service on the way for Caitlin Brink. She started off the set on a heater. Got the Vikings up to a 7-0 lead before the first point for HCV. Brink into the middle. This one, free ball across. Keller with it to McQuillan near side. Here goes Kittleson off the side of the block and down for the points. Kittleson with her third kill of the match here for the Vikings. It's now 16-12. Serve on the way here for Kindred. Will continue with Brink. Another point here, you might have to force Katie Stabler to call her last time out from the Burrow perspective. Brink trying to do so. Jalmstead, this one goes off the backboard, played, and eventually free balled across. Kittleson to Collins, near side. Here goes Sanders, right-handed kill for the points. Taylor with her 9th kill of the match and a timeout here on the way for the Burros. Timeout on the floor on our Golden Harvest Tim Cassette Seat Sales scoreboard. Kindred leads it by 5.
At Hillsboro Public School, endurance isn't just for the cross-country team. It is a word that we all practice, whether it's sticking with a math problem until it clicks, practicing reading until a student becomes proficient, or simply showing up ready to learn each day. Students and staff know that endurance builds winners, in the classroom, in competition, and in life. You can find out more about our school at hillsborok12.com.
Time on the floor, brought to you in part by Kindred State Bank and Insurance Agency, as Taylor Sanders has 9 kills to lead the floor. Kittleson with 3 here for the Vikings, 2 aces by Brink. Anderson with 6 kills for the Burros, 4 by Brill. Kindred State Bank and Insurance Agency timeout as the Vikings lead it by 5, and the Burros have burned both of their timeouts here in set number 2. As Kindred looking to even the score here as we head to the third set on a Monday night. Here in October, feels like fall. It took a little while. Month of September, gorgeous weather. For some of the farmers out there looking to dry things up and finish off anything from corn to beets and what else you got in the field. As Sanders sees this, Keller plays it. Able to get that one over by Beauclair. Quickly here to the outside. Here goes Brill. Keller with the dig. McQuillan set near side. Sanders up and over on the little tip. This one will be set up by Jenin. It's to the middle. Olsen able to keep that one alive is Brink. And now Sanders up and over on the third. Joust going to be won by Hillsboro Central Valley. And we'll see this one be a violation coming across and over the points here for Kindred. Good long rally. Goes to the Vikings here as Kindred with the serve, and this one will be with Caitlin Brink. Brink to the back left, tight, and we'll see the points on the way running into the net here for Hillsboro Central Valley. As she did to start things off in the set. Brink doing a nice job here for the Vikings. as well. 5 consecutive points here for Brink at the service line as a team for Kindred. As Brink will see this on the service there, but going back to Caitlin, 7 points on her first serve, 5 points here on the second serve. And the Vikings have done a good chunk of their damage with Brink at the service line. Side out service here on the way for Brill. Keller will play that one to McQuillan, set near sideline Kittleson. Jumpstead will play now to Jenin, set to the outside. Here's a point that gets hammered by Anderson. Her 7th kill of the evening. Just make that good back row pass, can make everything just a lot more smooth for both teams. Able to see it there as well for Anderson. Brill with the serve. Brink will play this one. Playing it now is McQuillan. Sanders across. Jelmstead tight. This one tipping down for the points. Jenin earns the tip kill. It's now 19-15. Able to save that point, if you will, from a setter spot. You just kind of run out of room. Take that momentum, just get the ball over and live to play another point. Able to do so there. Set near sideline, Sanders off the double. Jelmstead will play this one. Anderson and Jelmstead over on the third. Keller to McQuillan. Quickly, Kittleson, little power. Tip for the points. Well, it looked like she was going to come up and hammer. It took just a tish off, able to utilize it for the kill. It's 20-15. As Keller to the service line now for the Vikings. Kindred 5 points away from taking set number 2 this evening here in Kindred. Serve for Keller in the middle. Jelmstead will play this one to Jenin to the outside. Anderson over the double. Keller will play this. Collins near side. Sanders with the tip and gets another kill. Trying to hustle after that one was Brill. Well, the Vikings will take it here. 4 points from closing out set number 2. Get to our First Class Mortgage second set recap here. Stats keep you apprised of some out-of-town scores, that and more. As Keller to the service line. To the back right, Burrows set outside. This one unable to get across there by Anderson. Again, HCV out of timeouts here in set number 2. As the Vikings going to flip the script here from set 1, in which they lost 25-16. Keller, back right corner. This one will go to Jenin. Olsen, unable to get that one over the double. Sanders and Odegaard were there. Sanders going to earn the block, and the Vikings now 2 points away from taking set number 2. As a serve will be here with Mallory Keller continuing. Keller into the back. Jenin set to the outside. Anderson Keller will play that on the dig. Set near side. Here goes Sanders through the double and down for the point. Taylor just keeps swinging, and it's a set point here for Kindred. Mallory Keller on the Vikings looking to close this set out. A 6-0 run potentially. Keller, the back right. Burrows set to the outside. Anderson with the power tip played by McQuillan. Bump on the way. Here goes Sanders for the kill at an exclamation point. It's a 6-0 run to close out set number 2 here for the Vikings. We're tied at 1 set apiece. Our set recap brought to you in part by First Class Mortgages around the corner.
The Hillsboro Vets Club thanks you for your support of their activities and events. Stop in and to check out their new menu. Enjoy the Vets Club appetizers every Wednesday from 5 till 7. And as I've said many times, they have the best roasted chicken around. Enjoy roasted chicken every Saturday from 5:30 till 7:30. Get there early because sometimes it's gone early because it is the best roasted chicken. Fries and coleslaw also available with this meal every Saturday. Dine in or take out. The Hillsboro Vets Club.
Oh, jeez. That's a lot of water. No! Jeez Louise!
This system is packing 70-mile-per-hour winds, golf ball-sized hail, and a fast drop in temperature. Oh, jeez.
Dave and Cheryl's kitchen started on fire.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, geez, let's take a look.
Oh, geez, moments happen. Be ready with Irie Insurance.
The Kindred Public School District looks to collaboratively cultivate an environment that challenges learners to reach their full potential in a student-centered, community-supported environment while building authentic relationships that promotes active engagement in learning, literacy, and life. Kindred Public Schools' mission is to educate, prepare, and maximize student potential. Kindred Public School District, student-centered, community-supported. For more info about upcoming school events and news, go online to kindred.k12.us.
On our First Class Mortgage set recap here, the Kindred Vikings 25-15. You had 3 ties in set number 2 at 8, 9, and 10. Kindred came out on a 7-0 run, and then Hillsboro had a 6-0 run after trailing 8-2 to tie at 8. Kindred led throughout or was tied, and the Vikings also closed out the set 6-0. Sanders with 12 kills. Kittleson has 4. Burrows led by the 7 by Anderson, and Brill has 4 as well. Brink with 2 aces. Jumstead with 1. Burrows with 0 service errors. The Vikings, they have 5. Set number 2, 25-15 Kindred. Set number 1, 25-16 Burrows. See what set number 3 has in store here on our First Class Mortgage set recap. First Class Mortgage takes a dedicated time to understand your financial situation, whether you're buying a new home or refinancing your existing mortgage. For more information, go to firstclasscorp.com. That again is firstclasscorp.com. Number 3, open things up here are the Burrows with Jenin, the senior. Keller will play this one. Sanders get the tip. Covered by Anderson. Jenin set outside. Here goes Brill down the line. No touch out of play. And the opening point here in set number 3 on the Golden Harvest Tim Kazet Seat Sales scoreboard goes to Kindred. Service here for Keller. As Keller will handle this one down the line. Playing this for the Burrows. Jelmstead free ball over. Pushes Keller back left corner. McQuillan with the tip, and that'll be out. And missed by much. Burrows tie things up early here in set number 3. As the Vikings back home 24 hours from now, hosting the Broncos of Lisbon in a Region 1 matchup. We'll see it here on the way for Odegaard for the kill. Kate Odegaard with her 3rd. It's 2-1 Vikings. As a serve will be upcoming here for Lauren Onken. So Onken to the service line here. Kindred leads by 1. As this will be into the net. Service error number 6. On the opposite side, Jelmstead will make her way now for the Burrows. Jelmstead to the back right corner. Brink will play this one as that'll go to Onken. Back set Sanders. This one scrapes the ceiling. Burrows will see this go out of play. Make it now 3-2 in favor of the Vikings. Let's quickly back in. Collins, McQuillan, Trembeth on alongside with Odegaard. You see Sanders to the service line here for Kindred. Sanders to the back to Jelmstead. Playing this one will be Brill. Back left corner. Tight. Getting this one over. McQuillan to Keller. Back set goes Sanders off the ribbon. Jelmstead will play it. Here goes Anderson on the tip, covered by Sanders. Bumped on the way by Onken. As now for Jelmstead here. This will be Olsen down the line, out of play. Vikings with a 4-2 advantage. As Taylor Sanders makes her way to the service line here for the Vikings. Sanders back left corner, playing that one on the way is Brill. This one will be set. Sanders with a really nice up after Anderson had the swing. And the Vikings, however, unable to get that one across as it's now 4-3. Postseason for volleyball in North Dakota and Division B begins next Thursday already for districts across the state. District 1 volleyball tournament in Foreman will be on yourliveevent.com starting on October 30th, the 31st, and then that following Monday as well of November on the 3rd. Back bump. Here's a right-hand swing. Anderson then off the shoulder blade as McQuillan able to earn another block here for Collins. It's 5-3. And after November the 3rd, the B district teams who qualify get to have a week and get ready then for November the 10th. Well, for November the 10th for the A region, that's when the postseason officially begins with the quarterfinals. Back set down the line on the shot there by Anderson, and a really good push by Collins. Back-to-back points from McQuillan here. The Vikings doubling up the Burros early on in set number 3. A week of the Dakota Bowl, always a fun time in North Dakota in terms of prep sports, from volleyball to what the Ford Championships bring at the Fargo Dome. Here's a attempt by Cotton, unable to get across. Katie Stabler making her way down the line, or if she wants to burn an early timeout. Here she did in set number 1 when it was 4-0, or set number 2 that is, when it was 4-0 Kindred. Odegaard to the back right. Burrows helped this one out. Free ball over by Tice. Quickly, here comes Kittleson, and she hammers that one down. Kittleson with her 5th kill and a timeout on the floor. And our Golden Harvest Timka's at seat sales scoreboard. Vikings lead it by 5.
This is Austin Reed with Dakota Heritage Bank. At Dakota Heritage Bank, we have a strong background in ag and business lending, but we can also help with any auto, recreational, personal, or home loans, including home equity lines of credit. If you're in need of a loan, visit us at one of our locations across North Dakota and northwestern Minnesota. Dakota Heritage Bank, equal housing lender, member FDIC. Dakota Heritage Bank, sharing our heritage, sharing our future.
On our Golden Harvest Timka's at seed sales scoreboard, it's the Kindred Vikings 8, the Hillsboro Central Valley Burros 3. Chase Miller with you tonight here in Kindred. Timeout brought to you in part by Kindred State Bank and Insurance Agency. For more, go online to kindredstatebank.com. That again is kindredstatebank.com. Service here for Odegaard as the Vikings up by 5 early in set number 3. Burros grabs set number 1. Vikings grab set number 2, and the one Achilles heel so far here for the Vikings is the service line. They have 7 compared to the Burros 0. As Anderson on to serve, that'll come into the middle to Sanders. Onken with the set outside. Trembeth puts the ball down. Ivy with the kill. It's now 9-4 in favor of the Vikings, as they will make their way to the service line here for Kindred with Collins McQuillan. McQuillan will see this into the back. Chelmstead will play it to the outside. Here goes Brill over the double. Collins with the set to the near side. Right-handed swing by Trembeth for the kill. Back-to-back here for the sophomore. 10-4 Vikings. A transition game here for Kindred as McQuillan to the service line. Unable to get across. For the Burros, they earned the 8th seed in the Region 1A postseason. They will host Thompson on Saturday at 1. We'll have that for you here in some capacity on yourliveevent.com. Again, the 1A football playoffs. Near side, Jornheim. Nice dig dump opportunity. Quickly pushed back over by Kittleson. Burrows set outside this one, able to be pushed across by Colt. Now coming middle, putting the ball down here for the Burros is Aarons with the kill. On the opposite side for Kindred from a football perspective. Second-ranked team in the state hosting their rival, 4th-ranked Central Cass on Friday night for a winner-take-all region regular season title in 2A in the East. That game at 7 o'clock again, Kindred and Central Cass Friday night in football in Kindred. Also on yourliveevent.com. There's a good swing by Brill, her 5th kill. It's now 10-7. So 3 consecutive points here from the Burros as they're chipping away at this deficit. As the serve will be upcoming. Well, this will be for HCV, and we'll continue with Casey Hung. Hung down the line to Trembeth. McQuillan set. Here's a swing by Kittleson, block, and we'll see a net, or this one will be 4. They'll say it never was touched. I think from the Kindred point of view, you heard the block, but they must have said that that one was all ribbon with a little bit of more of the forearm. Regardless, point goes towards the Vikings, and that'll be the first service error after the service error there. Point goes to Kindred, first service error for Hillsboro Central Valley. Also, stay tuned. Plan on Wednesday for the YourLiveEvent.com Coaches Show. Talked with the Burros, talked with the Vikings, and a host of other runners here across the East region. Fun to chat with the coaches and some of the runners from across the state of North Dakota as they get ready for the state meet in Jamestown. Miss it from Brill. It's now 12-8. As a serve will be upcoming here for Caitlin Brink. There's Brink with the running jump serve, back right corner. This one was bumped to the outside. Brill, no touch, out of play. It's 13-8 in favor of Kindred. Vikings match their largest lead here of the set, which was 8-3 in favor of the Vikings. Service here for Brink. And this will be a service error. When Brink gets to the service line, though, she's able to get a handful of points in consecutive and in quick order here for the Vikings. Burrows get the side out service here for Jenin on the way, the senior setter. Jenin into the middle. Sanders will play this one to McQuillan. Near side, Taylor up and over the double and able to see that just off the deflection for the point and the kill. Sanders on the board here in set number 3 for her first kill. (14-9) here in favor of the Vikings as a serve will be upcoming with Mallory Keller. Keller just over the ribbon. Jenin with the set. This one will come middle, out of play. No touch after the attempt there by Aarons. Vikings stretching this lead out now to 6. Our point here, Coach Stabler might burn her second time out here in the set. As when Keller and also Brink have served, the Vikings have gotten 3-4 points, it seems like, in consecutive order here. But 5th service error here for Kindred just in the set alone. Half the points coming off of service errors for the Burros. As now for HCV Brill with the running jump serve. Keller will play this one to McQuillan. Set up and over by Odegaard. Jelmstead, Jenin outside. There goes Anderson, blocked by Odegaard. Back set, unable to get this one over is Olsen. 16-10 in favor of the Vikings. So the Burros back in action Thursday. We'll have it for you on YourLiveEvent.com in Grafton with Joe Lancello. Then a week from tonight, they return home hosting the Thunder of Hatton Northwood in a non-region matchup. Onken with the serve, and she gets the ace. Third ace here for the Vikings in the match, and Kindred in control by 7. Timeout here for Coach Katie Stabler. We'll break as well on the Golden Harvest Tim Kazette Seat Sales Scoreboard.
You can buy beef by the quarter, half or whole beef from Mueller Beef, USDA inspected beef. Fill the freezer. Call Dave Mueller at 701-799-3032 to purchase beef by the quarter, half or whole from Mueller Beef out of Hillsboro. You can buy beef by the quarter, the half or the whole beef from Mueller Beef, USDA inspected beef. Fill the freezer. Call Dave Mueller at 701-799-3032 to purchase beef by the quarter, half or whole from Mueller Beef out of Hillsboro.
Visit with Rocky Nedham at Nedham Seeds Caledonia for LCS wheat seed varieties, Trigger Cannon, and 2 new varieties named Buster and Dual. Call Rocky Nedham, Nedham Seeds Caledonia. They also have proven wheat seed SY Velda from AgriPro. Your local Pioneer dealer, Rocky Nedham, Nedham Seeds Caledonia, with corn, soybean, sunflower, and alfalfa seed for your farm and Seedex sugar beet seeds. Call Rocky 701-430-1149, Nedham Seeds Caledonia.
After the timeout here, the Burros will go to the outside. This will be Anderson for the touch and the side out as well. Anderson with her 8th kill, her first of set number 3, and the Burros will need more of that here in the third. Winner trying to put a stranglehold, if you will, a little bit on this set. Get up 2-1. There's Jelmstead. into the back. Keller will play this one to Onken. Odegaard with the missed swing. Back-to-back points after the timeout here from Coach Stabler for the Burros. Both HCV and Kindred weaving their way through their respective regions and seeing where they will be for a seed line, as that'll be the second service there for the Burros. Region champ for both Region 1 and Region 2, going to earn a bye into that semifinals. Then everybody else get ready to gear up and play in the quarters in a win-or-go-home matchup. Sanders will give the serve right back here towards the Burros. Just like it was in boys and girls basketball in the regions the last 2 years, if you falter in the region tournament, you can still come back, but that is outside of the quarters. If you fall in the semis or you fall in the championship, you can still come back and try to make it to state through the qualifier, as Odegaard earns the kill. That'll be her fourth. Could be a lot of volleyball in a short amount of time, Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and then if needed, the qualifier Saturday. You win your region, you automatically get to go to the Bismarck Event Center for the state tournament here this season in North Dakota. As this one will be able to roll across. Onken with the bump. Here goes Trembeth, right-handed tip over. Burros set, right-handed swing. As now for the Vikings, they will come to the near side. Able to get this one across was Kittleson, but there is a block. It hits the top of the ceiling, and Trembeth then somehow muscles it over on the third. Quickly, Anderson playing that one was Odegaard. Free ball by Kittleson. Jelmstead will play this one. Back set, here comes Brill. Nice up by Sanders. Set as Taylor able to put this one over. As we'll see it now for the Burros, and a block by Kittleson. Kittleson able to earn the block here for the Vikings. So, longer volley goes to Kindred one more time here in set number 3. As Odegaard 5 points away to the service line. So pushed over, playing that one of Skittleson. Sanders with the set. Trembeth up and over. Jelmstead. Burros unable to get that across. On the way for Paige Cotton. And the Vikings to the service line here will continue for Odegaard. Kate set herself a nice performance so far for the sophomore. Got her down for 4 kills here so far. Vikings with Sanders, free ball over. This one will be out of play by Odegaard after the attempt there from Sanders to keep that one in. Now for HCV, they will need a run. 3-4 good serves here for Anderson. Trying to cut back into this deficit here as Anderson sees it to Trembeth. This one will go to Onken. Into the back goes Sanders. Jelmstead will play it. Now Anderson back row, and she will get the kill. With a team leading 9 here tonight for the Burros. Serve upcoming by the aforementioned Anderson. Anderson back right corner. Onken with the dump. Vikings able to get this one over. Great sprawl attempt by Keller, then hit over by Kindred. Burros outside. Brill, right-handed swing. Sanders to Onken. Near side, Trembeth, but that hits the post and goes out of play. Timeout on the floor. We'll break with them. The Kindred Vikings see that deficit now at 5 here on your LiveVent.com.
Common doesn't do the extra reps. Common doesn't push the limits. And Common doesn't do all of that before the sun is up. We work harder than anyone else when no one is watching. So that when everyone is watching, we're ready to answer the call. Discover your uncommon side with the North Dakota Army National Guard.
Broadcasting here today from the Farmers Union Insurance Ryan Opdahl Agency broadcast booth. Farmers Union Insurance, Ryan Opdahl Agency in Hillsboro. Give them a call at 701-436-5777. That's 436-5777. Or visit the downtown agency in Hillsboro. Start the timeout by the Vikings. They will have 1 remaining here in the set. Anderson to the back right corner to Trembeth. Onken back set. This one able to get over by Beauclair. Burrows. Jelmstead calls for it. Free ball over on the third. Vikings. Onken set middle. Kittleson for the kill. Lila will get her 6th in that middle spot. Nice transition game for the Vikings. 3 points from taking set number 3. Now is Kindred. A match just over an hour old here this evening. On this Monday night, McQuillan with the service here. As we'll handle it now for the Burros. Coming up to play the front will be Aaron's. Service here for Casey Hung. And for HCV, their best run so far here tonight was with Casey at the service line. Collins, back set. Trembeth, tip. Able to see Brill. Able to earn that block and the points eventually here for the Burros. HCV back now within 4. Last time they were within 4 was 12-8. Service for Sanders. McQuillan set. This one able to get across as Kittleson will run into Jordheim here. Outside this one by Brill. Jordheim with the block, and Kittleson might have got her ankle rolled up a little bit on that one as Jordheim able to get the block. Now she was running right in with Kittleson there with Jordheim here as Kittleson will come onto the contest. As helping her out is going to be the head coach and Harley Bunke as well. We'll get to the trainer here for the Vikings. We'll continue with more after this here in Kindred.
Our Savior's Lutheran Church in Hillsboro, North Dakota invites you to experience the love of God. Our Savior supports all youth with academics, athletics, music, art, dance, and drama, and offer meaningful opportunities for people of all ages. Join us for worship at 8:30 or 10:30 each Sunday morning, in person or watch on television, HTC Channel 34, or online, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, or at oslchillsboro.com.
As we come back here, as Kittleson being helped off to the training room, not putting too much pressure on that foot as we continue here this rally. Sanders up and over. This one will go out of play. So 23-18 makes it now 23-19. Short term and long term here for Lila Kittleson. You hope she's all right short term for even tomorrow night against Lisbon, or at least prior to that Region 1 volleyball tournament. Nipstead now playing the front row here in her spot. Unable to see that one across, but we have a lift. Here for the Vikings, it's 23-20, and we'll get a quick timeout here for Kindred and head coach Harley Bunke. Just trying to regroup her squad here after Kittleson going out with an injury. We'll take a quick break with them here to close out set number 3 when we return.
Buying and selling heavy equipment at purplewave.com saves time and money. We handle all of the details, including pictures, videos, marketing, titles, and payments.
It was almost immediately over the top with the customer service. I've just never ever experienced that before with any other auction service. They're constantly working for me as the seller, and I really like that.
Purple Wave Auction is straight, simple, sold.
23-20 Vikings here over the Burros of Hillsboro Central Valley. Both teams without timeouts remaining here for the rest of set number 3. As HCV with Jenin to serve. Keller to McQuillan, set near side, right-handed swing goes Sanders, kept alive. Burrows, free ball over by someone. There's 3 of them right there. McQuillan near side, Sanders with a swing and eventually earns the kill. Vikings will have a set points on the way with Keller to the service line. As Nipstead will check out, Jordheim will play the front with Sanders here. Service from Keller. That one will knuckle across. Jelmstead with a great up. Set outside. Olsen able to get this one over on the third. Vikings. Sanders off the side of the block and down for the points. Taylor Sanders with her 15th of the evening. And I'll do it here for set number 3. Set number 3 goes to the Vikings 25-20 as they take a 2-1 set lead. Our set recap is coming up around the corner, brought to you in part by First Class Mortgage.
You finally found the perfect car in racing blue. You even got them to throw in the LED fog lights for free. Auto Owners insures your car because some people never learn to parallel park. That's simple human sense.
River's Edge Insurance Agency, Halsted. 218-456-2172.
Keep going. More. No, stop!
Visit the new Cywick Lumber and Hardware in Hillsboro. They have everything you need. Explore our large selection of quality hardware and building materials, perfect for every project. Inside, you'll find Valspar paint to brighten your home, top-of-the-line Milwaukee and DeWalt tools for every job, plus all the essentials for a successful harvest. Flashlights, glass cleaner, paper towels, scrapers, grain shovels, and more. Make your next stop Cywick Lumber and Hardware in Hillsboro.
The Ringneck is the perfect stop for lunch or dinner in Leonard, North Dakota. They have a wide variety menu from burgers, wraps, steak, chicken, and seafood. For that small-town family-owned dining experience, check out the Ringneck today. To place an order ahead of time for takeout, call 701-645-2461. That's 701-645-2461. For more information and daily food specials, search the Ringneck on Facebook. That's the Ringneck in Leonard.
If you have concern or questions about the mental health of yourself or a loved one, Trail District Health Unit's Credible Mind platform offers convenient and confidential resources to help inform you about mental well-being. Credible Mind offers 21 different assessments to guide you in your mental health journey, from sleep quality and burnout to anxiety and depression. To get started today and learn about your mental, emotional, physical, and spiritual health, visit traildistricthealthunit.crediblemmind.com.
As we get to our set recap here on YourLiveEvent.com, the Kindred Vikings take set number 3, 25-20, and they led throughout outside of just one tie at 1 and 2 respectively. So 2 ties in the match. Taylor Sanders, 15 kills to lead the floor. Kittleson has 6. From there for the Burros, led by the 9 of Anderson, 5 by Brill. 25-16 in set number 1, Burros. 25-15 Vikings in set 2, and 25-20 in set number 3. Service on the way here for Brink as the Burros to the out in the middle. Olsen able to tip that one across. Collins McQuillan back set. Jordheim will get the points. Jenner Jordheim with her first kill here of the match. The Vikings are up on the Golden Harvest Tim Kazette Seed Sales scoreboard. So far, it's been the team that has scored the first point of the set has gone on and taken that respective one. Service here for Brink. And Schiller in the ace. That'll be her third. Caitlin Brink, the senior right now, doing a nice job at the service line. Being consistent, and that's something we said, whether it's been the aces or just able to have solid serves and get multiple points in a short order here. Brink to Jelmstead, the Burrows set, back set. Here's a right-handed swing up and over, and eventually the point will come down here for HCV. That'll be with Brill, and the Burrows will head to the service line. Serve upcoming here for the aforementioned Brill. As Malia to Keller. McQuillan, near side Sanders, able to put that one on top of the double. Anderson with a right-handed swing and puts the ball down for her 10th kill of the night. Serve on the way here for Brill. Brill into the back to Keller. McQuillan with the set. This one tipped by Nipstead. Jelmstead will play it to the outside right-handed swing up and over. McQuillan back right, and she'll take the points. As we'll see it now, 3-2 and a side out for the Vikings. As Keller will come on now here for Kindred. Keller into the middle, Jelmstead will play this one to the outside. Here's a right-handed cross-court swing by Anderson. Nice dig by Brink. Sanders on the attack line. Jelmstead with the pass. Jenin back set. This one off of Keller. And eventually it'll go down here for Aarons. As a serve here for HCV with Jelmstead. Jelmstead with one ace so far here this evening, also has a kill. Jelmstead to Sanders. McQuillan with the set. This one will go to Odegaard right in front of Jelmstead for the points. Kate Odegaard with her 5th kill of the match. The Vikings now have a 4-3 advantage. Well, for Kindred, Lauren Onken to the service line here as the Vikings going to put this one to bed here in set number 4. Well, for the Burros, probably like to play after the 9 o'clock hour here and see if they can push this one to 5. Have a chance to win it there in 5. Speaking of number 5, Anderson up and over. Vikings to Odegaard. This one will be out, and this one will actually be a net violation on Kate, tied at 4 apiece. That's coming on to serve now for the Burros. Will be Chloe Tice. Culp will play the front here for HCV as well. Service for the sophomore. Tice the back right corner. That'll go to Brink. Ocken back set. As Sanders able to get this one over on a free ball. Burrows with the set to the outside. Anderson, little roll shot. Keller will play this one. Sanders up and over on the 3rd. Jelmstead will play it. Right-handed swing off the side and down for the points. Kenna Culp will earn the kill, and the Burros take a 5-4 lead. First lead here for HCV in set number 3. And their first going back to set number 1. This one will come short. Sanders, dump opportunity by Onken. Jelmstead, and eventually we'll see this one be 4. And it's tied at 5. A serve on the way here for Sanders and the Vikings. Looking for win number 16 of the season here for Kindred. Burrows looking for win number 7. HCV outside. This one up and over by Culp. Back bump on the way, Keller. Here comes Trembeth. Back row is Brill off the ribbon. Able to play that one. It's the Vikings now with a 6-5 advantage. Service continuing here for Sanders. As Sanders into the middle, Jelmstead will play it. Burrows with the set. This one going to be tipped, unable to get across there as Anderson. Kindred leads it here by 2. Sanders, that'll just miss a ace. The Vikings with 13 service errors on the evening. That's 7-6. The most they had in a set was 7 back in the 3rd. Back right corner. Vikings will see this one. Odegaard on the swing. Sanders will play it. Onken set. Here goes Trembeth. Burrows. Outside goes Brill. Tip covered by Onken. Keller with the back bump. Sanders with the back row attack to Jelmstead. Burrows. Tip. Vikings. To Onken. Missed pass, but Odegaard able to muscle it over. Brill right-handed swing. Sanders covering the line. Keller free ball over on the 3rd. Burrows back set. Right-handed swing. No touch. They're asking for a deflection, and they will give the deflection here as Culp will earn the point. It's tied at 7. As we'll see it here for the 5th tie, as they'll say there was a deflection, and Culp's going to earn that point. Point goes to Hillsboro Central Valley. Service on the way here for the Burros will be with Anderson. As Anderson into the middle to Keller. This one will be tight, and the point will go towards HCV. Back and forth we go here in set number 4, and I got to have it set if you're the Burros. The Vikings are going to put this one to rest here in the 4th set. In the back right corner. Back set, this one pushed. Vikings, Brill. That one will go out of play. And we're tied yet again here in set number 4. As a serve will be upcoming for Odegaard. Odegaard, the knuckler across. This one to the outside, up and tipped. Back set on the way, right-handed swing goes Trembeth. Pushed across, Vikings with Sanders to the outside. That's one off the set of the ribbon and down for the points. We'll see this one go down there for Beauclair. And the Vikings lead it now 9-8. As Kindred last year went 19-16, lost to Maple River in the Region 1 quarterfinals. Well, for the Burros, able to make a run in the Region 2 tournament last year before falling short of getting to state. As this one is tipped across here by Culp. Set near side, right-handed swing goes Trembeth down for the points. Trembeth with the kill, Vikings up by 2. Back in action tomorrow, you'll have Valley City at Northern Cass, Oak Grove at Central Cass, and Lisbon at Kindred. All those matches for Region 1 volleyball will be on your liveevent.com. Outside, this one on top of the double, and eventually the point comes down for the Burros. It'll be with Brill. Brill and Anderson so far with 17 kills combined here for HCV. As the Burros with Casey Hung to the service line. Hung into the middle. Onken near side. This one power tip by Trembeth. Burros set. Here goes Olsen. It'll be out of play. Vikings quickly with the side out. It's 11-9. Both teams with both of their timeouts remaining if needed here in the fourth set. Taking a look at your out-of-town scoreboard here tonight from a baseball perspective in the American League Championship Series. Top of 5, the Seattle Mariners 3, the Toronto Blue Jays 1. As Seattle trying to make it for the first time ever in franchise history to the World Series. Service error here for the Vikings. It'll be their 14th. While for the Blue Jays, it's been a generation and some. It's been about 30 years for them since they last made it to the World Series. Service on the way for the Burros will be with Jenin. Jenin to the back left corner. McQuillan will play this one near side. Jordheim blocked, and that block will go down for the points. Aarons gets her second, tied at 11. 7 tie of set number 4. Our team has went out and raced away here in terms of 5 or 6 consecutive points. Saw it from the Burros in the first set, saw it from the Vikings in set 2 and set 3. As Trembeth sees this one blocked. And Nipstead was trying to see if she can put that over. On the way by Olsen. The Burros will take the point here, and the serve will continue here for Jenin. Jenin will go to Keller. McQuillan set near side, right-handed swing, Jordheim. Here goes Brill. Sanders to Collins near side, Nipstead. Jalmstead able to see this one across. Keller helps it out. Nipstead with the push, blocked quickly. Trembeth, Nipstead over on the third. Jenin back set. Here's a right-handed swing over by Aarons. And Jordheim able to get this one over. Burrows set to the outside. This one able to get tipped there. A little power tip by Brill near side. Trembeth block, and that'll go out of play. Ivy Trembeth been a nice little balanced effort here for the Vikings with her 5th kill. You have 4 or more players of 5 or more kills here for Kindred with Trembeth, Odegaard, Sanders, and Kittleson. Serve on the way here for Brink. That's the where Kindred when Brink gets the service line here tonight. The theme has been 2, 3, 4 points quickly in a row and playing with the lead. Up and over, and the Burros are going to switch that with Brill with the kill. 13-12. And one thing that the Burros did well was the serve receive from Brink. Service on the way by the aforementioned Brill. Keller will play it. McQuillan near side. Sanders going cross court. And this will be down for the points. Sanders with her 16th kill to match. Her first of this set. Tied at 13 apiece. As Keller make her way to the service line now for Kindred. Keller to Jelmstead. Jenin outside, Anderson on top of the double. Keller plays it. McQuillan near side. Sanders up and over on a roll shot. Olsen with the block. Burrows, Jenin, dump opportunity just over the outstretched hands, and Brink somehow gets it over. Olsen right back across after the dig by Keller. Burrows set outside. Anderson power tip. Back left corner, and a good rally goes to the Burrows. Good hustle on both sides of the net. You saw bodies flying on the Kindred side, and for the Burrows, just kept peppering it back over. As Jelmstead has one ace of the night, the lone ace here for the Burrows to serve. Sanders will play it. Now she'll get a chance on the swing, unable to get it across. It's 15-13. And we'll get a quick timeout on the floor. On the Golden Harvest Tim Cassette seat sales scoreboard, Burrows lead it by 2.
For nearly 40 years, West Main Pizza has been serving up hot, delicious pizzas and other favorites, like sub sandwiches, calzones, chicken wings, pasta dishes, paninis, and more. With 2 locations on East Main in Ada and the Rail District in Dilworth, we offer dine-in, takeout, and online ordering at westmainpizza.net. Discover more than just pizza at West Main Pizza in Ada and the Rail District in Dilworth, your neighborhood favorite since 1986.
Make sure you stay tuned with us once we get to our post-game show. Our Halstead Telephone Company connection of the match. We'll also get to our Enbridge Energy Player of the Game post-game interviews. That and more once we get to our post-game report, brought to you in part by Brad Richter, Nodak Insurance Agency. 15-13 in favor of the Burrows. They want to push this one to the 9 o'clock and past the 9 o'clock hour. For the Vikings, I'm going to see if they can wrap this one up before the top of the hour here in a volleyball match that is nearing the 90-minute mark. Jelmstead with the serve after the timeout by Kindred. McQuillan near side. Sanders over the double. Great dig on the way by Brill. McQuillan back set. Jordheim right-handed swing, and Jordheim able to get the kill. Jenner with her second. The Vikings, after the timeout, now will regain the serve here, down by 1. Beauclair will come on and play the front row. Auken will come on to serve. All for the Burrows. They will also make a substitution. Here into the back. As you'll see it now here for HCV with Chloe Ackerman, the freshman. Here comes into the middle. Anderson. This one tipped over then on the third. Keller somehow muscles it over. Anderson jumps at back left corner. Auken is there. Here goes Sanders over the double. Ackerman with a sprawling attempt. Auken, this one tipped, and eventually the point will come down here for the Vikings. It'll be with Odegaard, and we're knotted at 15 apiece. So Chloe Ackerman getting a run in the back here for Katie Stabler in set number 4. Service by Auken. Jenin set. Outside Anderson, tip, and that one will be blocked down the way. Beauclair gonna earn the points. It's 16-15. After that one, if Kindred can spark a little rally going there from the block from Jasmine. Service will continue by Lauren. Jenin, middle, tip, covered by Sanders. Auken, here goes Sanders with a tip of her own. Burrows, set. Right-handed swing off the side of the block and down for the point here for Aarons. That'll be her 4th kill. And we're tied yet again here in set number 4. HCV with Kenna Culp will come on and play the front row. On to serve now for the Burrows is Chloe Tice. 16 up here in set number 4. Tice to the back right brink to Auken. Back set. Sanders with a punch over on the third. Burrows to the outside. Here goes the shot. Anderson. Keller with a nice dig. Quickly into the middle. Off the side of the block and down for the point goes Odegaard. Odegaard has been a factor here for that middle hitter with her 7th kill. 17-16 here for Kindred. A serve will be with Sanders. Sanders with the running jump serve. Burrows will get this one over with Ackerman. HCV throws up the block after the attempts. There by Beauclair. Keller. Here goes Sanders. Back row attack. Jelmstead. This one set middle right-handed swing down for the points. Paige Cotton with the kill. Her first. 12th tie of set number 4. On the Golden Harvest Tim Cassette Seed Sales scoreboard, get in touch with Tim at that phone number you see on screen, 430-0877. Anderson, just the 3rd service there for the Burros tonight, but costly one at that as they're trailing here by 1. As now you'll see Odegaard to the service line here for Kindred. Kate to the back right corner. Burros, right-handed swing on top of the double and down for the point, as this will be with Brill. That's her 9th kill of the evening. As they'll handle it now for HCV. Casey Hung will come on. Service for Hung will go short to Sanders. Dumped over by Onken. Quickly, Brill with the tip of her own right in front of Keller. Brill in double digits, now with 10. And you have a 12 on the way by Anderson. Burros lead it by a point. Trying to see if they can push this one to set number 5. Service for Hung into the middle. Sanders will play it to Onken. Near side, Trembeth with the tip. As this is going to be blocked on the way for Kenna Colt. And Kindred wants to burn a timeout. We'll break with him. Time on the floor brought to you in part by Kindred State Bank and Insurance Agency. Burros lead it by 2.
Right Implement in Hillsboro. 701-636-5692. For shop and field service, farm equipment sales, repair on all equipment, in the field, on the farm, and in the shop with Right Implement in Hillsboro. 701-636-5692. Check out Right Implement for farm equipment, repair and service of equipment and all trucks on Caledonia Avenue in Hillsboro. Right Implement, 701-636-5692.
On our Kindred State Bank and Insurance Agency scoreboard, it's the Hillsboro Central Valley Burros that is on the Golden Harvest Tim Cassette Seed Sales scoreboard. It's the Burros 20-18 over the Kindred Vikings. Kindred with no more timeouts here. Timeouts again brought to you in part by Kindred State Bank and Insurance Agency. So the Burros climbing back here in set number 4. Service for Hung. Keller in the back left corner. Onken will play this one. Sanders back row attack to the back right corner for the kill. The Vikings will get the serve right back here. Burros, they have 2 timeouts remaining here in set number 4 if needed. As Collins McQuillan will come back. Jordheim will play the front with Trembeth and also with Nipstead here. Sanders in the back with Keller. Service for McQuillan. Tice set outside. Here goes Brill. Oh, Brill, what a thrill. Another kill. She's got 11. Malia Brill and alongside Abigail Anderson. Again, that 1-2 combination tonight for the Burros. They're on the outside. More than likely, they're going to have a swing and a chance at it here for HCV. Jenin with the serve. This one will go into the back middle to Keller. McQuillan set. Sanders up and over. HCV Brill one more time. Tip covered by McQuillan. Keller back bump. Trembeth right-handed swing in for the point. It splits Jelmstead and also Anderson in the back row. Trembeth been an X factor here. HCV's lead cut to 1. And now it goes to Caitlin Brink. McQuillan with Keller as well here for the Vikings. Brink with the serve. She has 3 aces tonight. Serve will go to Brill. Jenin will play it. Free ball to cross by Anderson. Keller to McQuillan. Set near side. Right-handed attempt by Sanders. Jumps it with the dig. Jenin with the set. Here goes Brill cross court to Sanders. Collins set near side. Sanders, big right-handed swing, and she puts another one down. Timeout on the floor here for HCV. 14th time tie here in set number 4. 21-all here in the 4th.
Here's a message from Tim Cassette, Golden Harvest Seed Sales in the Hillsboro area. When it comes to your operations needs, they want to hear from you, which is why they're committed to listening first. From farmer-focused R&D teams to their Gold Series soybeans and game-changing corn products to the insights shared through the Illuminate digital platform, everything offered is an answer to what they learned from you. For Golden Harvest corn and soybean seed, visit with Tim Cazette Seed Sales, Hillsboro, 701-430-0877.
Here tonight on YourLiveEvent.com, broadcasting from the Farmers Union Insurance Ryan Opdahl Agency broadcast booth. 21 up here in set number 4. Kindred with 0 timeouts remaining. Well, for the Burros, they have 1 left. Vikings trying to see if they can close out HCV here in the 4th. As Brink back to the service line. Will come middle to Jelmstead. Jenin will play this one. Anderson back row, able to put it down for the points just across the ribbon. And Anderson with the kill. Hillsboro Central Valley 22-21 with the advantage here as we head to the service line for the Burros with Chloe Ackerman. And Ackerman came on in the 4th set here. Now she'll have a chance to serve. The freshman. Back left corner to Brink. McQuillan near side. Sanders off the double. Jelmstead will play it to Ackerman. And now Jenin free ball over on the 3rd. Brink to McQuillan. Back set. Jordheim right-handed swing into the net. And the Burros 2 points away from pushing this one to the 5th set. As Ackerman, 2 freshmen on the varsity roster with Tinley Dickoff here this season for Katie Stabler's club. This one is down, really good serve. Nipstead helps it out. Free ball here by McQuillan. Jelmstead outside, Anderson up and over. Sanders is there, Collins with the set. Here comes Taylor, right-handed swing. This one will be out of play. No touch. And it will be a set point for HCV. Burros won the 1st. Vikings won set 2 and set number 3. Service here for Ackerman on the set point. Sanders to Collins. Nipstead, free ball over. Ackerman, Jenin, outside. Anderson, right-handed swing, and that's a block, and it's in the quarter play to Jordheim. Jenner Jordheim with the block points. The Vikings on the way for Keller to serve. Needs at least 2 good ones here to extend this in the 4th. Keller in the middle. Played by Anderson. Back set. Left-handed swing, and we're going to 5. Payne Olson put the point down in set number 5 on the Golden Harvest Tim Cazette Seed Sales scoreboard, 25-22 here for Hillsboro Central Valley. Our set recap is next here on YourLiveEvent.com.
Get ready to make a true impact on the farm. Introducing the HDSR series of staggered rippers from Degelman Industries. At the heart of the machine is the HDSR's staggered 2-row setup, which allows for better trash flow and lower draft than an inline ripper. Featuring a shorter implement contour length, easier transport, and better compaction shattering ability than the competitors. The HDSR series from Degelman Industries is engineered tough. Visit our website for more information.
Hillsboro Dairy, with delivery of fresh dairy products and more to your home door. I've had Hillsboro Dairy delivering cold, fresh dairy products and other items to my door for years. 3 main reasons why. It's the convenience, the products are fresh, and the delivery service from the Udder Guy. Nobody does it like the Udder Guy. Every week, we get to see Teak. Please call him at 701-436-5877. Delivery right to your door from Hillsboro Dairy. Cywick Lumber and Hardware Hillsboro is completing post-frame buildings 80 by 80, 80 by 160, even 80 by 200. Need an addition or shop reskin? Cywick Lumber and Hardware has all materials. They'll complete to your customized building requests. Bifold doors, hydro doors for farm buildings, and metal sailed steel for durable construction. Whether it's new, an addition, or a repair, every building project can be done with Cywick Lumber and Hardware Hillsboro. All materials, all in one place. Visit or call Cywick Lumber and Hardware Hillsboro.
At Dakota Heritage Bank, we know your schedules can get hectic, and you don't always have time to get to the bank during regular banking hours. We make it easy for you with mobile banking, online banking, and bill pay services that we offer for free. This is Michelle with Dakota Heritage Bank, inviting you to do your banking with us anytime, anywhere. Just go to dhb.bank or download the mobile app for convenient on-the-go banking, serving you with locations across North Dakota and northwestern Minnesota. Dakota Heritage Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
High school volleyball tonight here on YourLiveEvent.com. Chase Miller with you. This set recap brought to you in part by First Class Mortgage, locally owned and operated in Fargo, North Dakota on 13th Avenue and 25th Street South. First Class Mortgage, more than their company name. For more information, go to firstclasscorp.com. Well, it's been the tandem play of Anderson and Burrow with 23 kills combined between those two for the Burros as HCV takes set number 4, 25-22. Taylor Sanders has 18 kills here for the Vikings. Odegaard with 7. And then from there, Kittleson and Trembeth with 6 respectively as well. Trembeth went out of the game here for the Vikings late in set number 3 and hasn't returned. So hoping, that's Kittleson, hoping that Lila Kittleson again is doing well going forward here in this one. But again, we're heading to the 5th set, tied at 1 on our Golden Harvest Tim Cassette Seed sales scoreboard here. Or tied at 2 apiece, that is, as both these teams looking for one more set to grab here in the 5th. Non-region matchup, but could potentially be, once you play these late season Region 1, Region 2 meetings, of what could potentially be a state qualifying preview on November the 15th. We have 7 teams in each region. The percentages are in favor of possibly having a late season rematch here once we get to Jamestown. The Burros will have another Region 1 opponent with Central Cass on October the 30th. For the Kindred Vikings, they will go to a Region 2 opponent in Carrington here on Thursday. And again, as a First Class Mortgage set recap. Up to 15 rallies scored, win by 2 here in the 5th. Service for Jenin. Keller will play this one as this will get set near side. Sanders going to see a block. This one will come on the outside for the Burros. There for Aarons. Will be her 3rd. As Hillsboro Central Valley takes an early lead, thanks in part to a large block on the way from Aarons. Service. This one will go to Brink. Near side of Sanders with the tip down the line. This one will be out of play. So HCV takes the first 2 points here in set number 5. Service will continue here for Jenin. Into the middle goes Keller. McQuillan. This one tipped by Jornheim. Burrows outside, right-handed swing over the double. Sanders will play it to Collins. Back set. Jornheim just off the ribbon. This one over on the Viking side, pushed in by Sanders. Jenin dump opportunity. Janadasa is there. Right-handed swing. Collins will see it back on her side. Burrows quickly, middle. Olsen, left-handed swing. Collins will play this one over on the second. Jenin outside. Here comes Brill on top of the double. Sanders helps it out. And McQuillan, free ball over on the 3rd. Jelmstead, Burrows, where will they go? Near side, right-handed swing on top of the double, and eventually the ricochet off of Brink and Keller for the point there for Aarons. Aarons has made some timely plays when needed here this evening for HCV, and she's done it here now as well in set number 5. Burrows lead by 3. Jenin into the net. Forced service there for the Burros. The Vikings have 14 in that category tonight. But Kindred with a chance to serve here as they'll handle it now with Keller. Keller, back right corner. HCV set this one up. Here goes Brill off the side of the block. McQuillan near side. Sanders up and over. Blocked again. Able to do it not once but twice here in the set. So Aarons and also Peyton Olsen. It's 4-1 HCV. All right, now if the Burros can hold on for the 5th, it could be that proverbial block that could be our difference maker in this one. Service will be upcoming here for Ackerman. Vikings, and right on cue, another block, this by Olsen. One-on-one as she went there on the interior with Odegaard. And it's 5-1 here in set number 5. Here's the Burros with the block party. Lead it by 4.
Halstead Telephone Company delivers fast broadband internet, telephone, and cable TV to residents in this region, including Halstead, Shelley, Neelsville, Climax, Fisher, Bigland, Gentilly in Minnesota, and Hillsboro, Caledonia, Gardner, and Argosville, North Dakota. Serving the area residents since 1904, Halstead Telephone continues to create a bright future for this region using 100% fiber optic technology. Service plans offer flexibility and choices, and there's local support personnel ready to help. Contact Halstead Telephone Company today.
We will get to our Halstead Telephone Company post-game connection coming up here on our post-game report. Timeout brought to you in part by Kindred State Bank and Insurance Agency. For more information, get in touch with Kindred State Bank by going online to kindredstatebank.com. Vikings up by 4, down by 4 here as Ackerman will come on to serve. This one will go on the way on the tip there by Odegaard. Another block, this time by the Vikings, and another one on a joust. Going to be one here from the Burros. Well, it's been the Olsen and Aaron show here in the third set for HCV as they have a 6-1 lead. Let's see Kettleson back out here on the bench now for the Vikings in a boot with her left ankle right now as this one is punched across as Jordheim is going to earn the points. That'll be her third kill to make it now 6-2. The serve will be on the way here for for the Vikings with Lauren Ocken. Ocken to serve, back right corner. Burrows set to the outside. This one tipped by Anderson, in for the points. Anderson with a kill. That'll be her 13th of the match. Burrows 7-2 with the lead here in set number 5, trying to see if they can win on the road on this Monday night. Jelmstead with the serve, back right corner to Brink. Onken back set. Here goes Sanders tip. Jelmstead is there. HCV tight, and the point will go towards the Kindred Vikings. 7-3 now in favor of the Burros. Kindred to the service line as this one will be with Taylor Sanders. Serve on the way. Taylor with the jump serve. As we'll see it here now for the Burros, and just a miscommunication if Jumpstead or Anderson was going to go and play that one. Anderson went to jump. Jumpstead was there to help it out a little bit. 7-4. Kindred will take it back within 3. Sanders. The serve into the middle. Jumpstead will play it. Burros. This one tipped, and eventually the point will come down. Aarons with the kill. That'll be 8-4. Coming on to play the front row will be Kenna Culp. On to serve now will be Chloe Tice here for HCV. And the service here, I'll wait for Tice. Kittleson will play this to Onken. Back set. Punched across by Odegaard. Burrows in the middle. Right-handed swing off the block. Keller to Onken. Near side. Trembeth with the tip. Jump set back bump. Right-handed swing by Anderson. Cross court. Keller's there. Sanders helps this one out. Free ball over on the third by Odegaard. Vikings to the outside. Anderson right-handed swing. There's a block from Odegaard. Free ball over the ribbon, and a good spot here for the Burros. Paige Cotton will take the point. It's now 9-4. As Collins McQuillan will come on now and substitute in for Beauclair. As the Burros lead it by 5 here on the Golden Harvest Tim Gazette Seed Sales scoreboard. Service here for Chloe Tice. A short run in front of Keller and the ace. The second ace of the match. Here for HCV and a timeout on the floor. Burros lead it by 6.
At Abra Auto Body and Glass in Grand Forks, they make sure your vehicle gets the best standard of care to get it back on the road as quickly as possible. Lonnie and his team are some of the most highly trained in the industry. With state-of-the-art technology and superior products, your vehicle will leave in great condition. With their drive-in claims area, the process is smooth and easy. Let Abra Auto Body and Glass in Grand Forks provide you and your vehicle with premium care and attention. Open 8 to 5:30 Monday through Friday. Abra Auto Body and Glass of Grand Forks.
Time on the floor, brought to you in part by Kindred State Bank and Insurance Agency. And That timeout again with the Kindred Vikings, as we'll see the serve here for the Burros. This will be with Tice, the back left corner. Back set, Odegaard over the double. Nice attempt by Ackerman, pushed over then on the second by Tice. Here goes Sanders, back row attack off the side of the block, in for the points. Taylor Sanders with the kill. We got her down for 19 on the evening. And the Vikings back within 5. Service on the way. Will be here with Odegaard. Odegaard to serve into the middle. To the outside, here's a right-handed swing. There's Kenna Culp. Near side, pushed across by Trembeth. Covered by Anderson. Tice middle, right-handed. Attempt, this one will be out of play. No touch after the swing there by Paige Cotton. It's 10-6. Kindred with the serve here with Odegaard. Odegaard into the net. 15th service error here for the Vikings. Burros 4 points away from picking up a road of victory here, and a little bragging rights here to Region 2 on this Monday night over Region 1. Anderson to serve, ace. Third ace of the match, second of the set. Burros knocking on the door here late in set number 5. HCV came out with the first 3 points. They haven't trailed here in the 5th set. Right-handed side, this is going to be off the ribbon, but this one goes over on the Burros side by Culp. So really nice sting in the back on the way here for Kindred. Just over the net, and the serve will be upcoming here for McQuillan. Janadasa will play the front row as well now for the Vikings. There's an ace. Collins able to provide her first ace of the evening. We'll see a timeout on the floor here for Hillsboro Central Valley. It's 12-8 in favor of the Burros. Timeout on the floor on our Golden Harvest Tim Kazet Seat Sales scoreboard.
Fall is here, and that means harvest will ramp up quickly. How did your planter do this spring? Did you have the correct down pressure? Was your singulation spot on? Did you need row cleaners or a better closing system? This is Chris from Agassiz Precision Ag, your local precision planting dealer, and we are here to help. Discounts, 0% financing, and $50 per row rebates on most all systems will give you the tools to improve your planter pass. Give us a call at 701-636-2119 or visit planterdoc.com. Have a safe and profitable harvest.
And make sure you stay tuned to our post-game show. We'll get to our play of the contest, brought to you in part by the aforementioned Agassiz Precision Ag. No more timeouts remaining for Kindred. Burrows got 1 remaining. McQuillan with the serve. Outside Brill on the attack line, unable to get it across. Vikings back within 3. 3 consecutive points here for Kindred, and the serve all the way for Collins McQuillan will continue. As McQuillan with it into the middle. Jelmstead will play this one. Anderson tip unable to muscle that across the net. It's 12-10. Burrows out in front. However, the Vikings knocking on the door here for McQuillan. Back within 2 is Kindred. Collins into the back. Tice outside. Brill right-handed cross-court swing. There is Sanders. Collins near side. Trembeth off the side of the block for the points. And Trembeth has her 7th kill. As Katie Stabler walks her way down the side one more time. What was a 12-6 lead for the Burros has been trimmed to 1 here in set number 5. This to tie here for McQuillan at the service line. Collins into the middle. Outside, Brill, cross court off of Keller for the kill. That's her 12th. Burrows with the side out here, 2 points away from closing out the match in Kindred. HCV with Casey Hung to the service line. Hung to Keller. McQuillan, back set, Trembeth tip, covered by HCV. Olsen left hand and puts the point down. Peyton Olsen with the kill, and it's a match point here for the Burros. The junior Able to give HCV 1 point away here in set number 5. Service for Casey Hung. Hung with the serve. Sanders will play this to McQuillan. Sanders back row attack. Burrows. Here goes Brill. Right-handed swing. Was it deflected? It was not. And we'll play on here in the 5th. Vikings will need a couple of good ones from Brink, at least here at the service line. Down by 2 here in the 5th. Caitlin Brink with 3 of the 5 aces this evening for the Vikings. Brink with the running jump serve. That one's in. Tice with the set. This goes to Olsen. Brink will play it to Collins. Janadasa unable to keep that one moving. And the Burros on the road, taken in 5 here tonight in Kindred. In a volleyball match that finishes in 1 hour and 57 minutes here this evening. Your final on our Golden Harvest Tim Kazette seed sales scoreboard: 25-16, 15-25, 20-25, 25-22, and 15-12. The Burros now 7-16 on the season, back in action up in Grafton on Thursday night. We'll have that for you on yourliveevent.com. The Vikings dropped to 15-16 on the season. They're back in action 24 hours from now, hosting the Lisbon Broncos. Leading kill getter Anderson with 13 here for the Burros, 19 on the way for Taylor Sanders. Back with our post-game show after this.
Farming today doesn't always feel the same way it used to. Then again, some of it feels all the same. Maybe it isn't so much the jobs that changed, but how they get done. Now that's a different story. Everything got bigger and smaller at the same time. Insurance, accounting, and taxes can get complicated, so you need someone who's looking to keep every dollar possible in your pocket. Ag Country.
Treat yourself to a great career at American Crystal Sugar Company. Team up with quality people making quality products. Full-time and year-round in a stable business. With great pay and benefits including time off available from day one. American Crystal Sugar Company invests in you to promote your continued growth and career advancement. Grow your career doing your best work within the world's best beet sugar company. Apply online today at AmericanCrystalCareers.com.
No job too big, no call too small. Bears Home Solutions handles it all. You need a bear in there, oh yeah. Keeping homes just right with expert care. Let our stars guide you when repairs scare. You need a bear in there.
Check out BearsHomeSolutions.com.
As it's now time to get to our post-game show, and also our final here tonight as the Burros take it here in 5 sets. HCV able to win it here tonight on the road in Kindred one more time, 3-2 here on yourliveevent.com. Now time to get to our post-game show and our Halstead Telephone Company post-game connection. The 1-2 play realistically of Anderson and Brill here this evening for the Burros as they combine for 25 kills on the evening. Just steady Eddie and consistent from the jump by both of those two respectively. That is our connection of the game in terms of that kill category here for Abigail Anderson and Malia Brill as well, again combining for 25 kills in this one. Discover local reliability you can trust at Halstead Telephone. It's how to connect. Go to halsteadtel.com. That again is halsteadtel.com. We go from there now to our Agassi Precision Egg Play the Contest. That's going to be the blocks in set number 5 by both Peyton Olson and Emerson Aarons. They just had a really nice tandem play to give HCV a 6-1 lead in that 5th set, but also earning a multitude of blocks. We had them down for the final 4 blocks in set number 5 alone between those two, between Aarons and Olsen, so took advantage of the net when they needed to, and in doing so also were able to earn the particulars here tonight in the win as well for Hillsboro Central Valley. That is our Agassiz Precision Ag Play the Contest, your local precision planting dealer. Agassiz Precision Ag in Hillsboro. Call 701-436-2119 or visit planterdoc.com as well. Agassiz Precision Ag. And finally, our Enbridge Energy Players of the Game. Go to Enbridge.com for career opportunities. From the Kindred perspective, Taylor Sanders, we had 19 kills here in this one. A nice play by Kate Odegaard with 7 as well. Sanders again with 19 on the night. Well, on the opposite side for the Burros, Anderson, she had a 13 we had her down for kills. And again, Brill with 12 as well. Those are our Players of the Game, brought to you in part by Enbridge. Life takes energy. Go to Enbridge.com for career opportunities. We're back after this. We'll hear from the victorious Burros when we return here tonight in Kindred.
There's a new inventory of trailers at Bloomfield Enterprises of Hillsboro. You can see the latest inventory online at bloomfieldtrailers.com. Bloomfield Enterprises has a full line of Big Tex trailers. Big Tex has affordable and versatile utility trailers for all your jobs. Big Tex has a full line of products from ATV trailers to gooseneck to dump trailers and more. Call Larry at 218-368-7989 or Tim at 701-430-0877. Bloomfield Enterprises in Hillsboro.
For trusted news, weather, and sports from your community, look to R&J Broadcasting Incorporated, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and rjbroadcasting.com. Hear local voices from local radio with news and information from the area. Your information stations, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and rjbroadcasting.com. Local voices from local radio.
As we come back here on our post-game show, join us is Abigail Anderson here for the Burros from Hillsboro Central Valley. Abigail, just what was working for you guys, particularly in that fifth set? Got out to an early lead, and what just able to provide you to finish with a win here on the road tonight?
Yeah, I think our energy, we were so hyped in that fifth set. We know we wanted to go win it, and I think our front row did a great job. Our middles worked so hard with those blocks, and those blocks really helped us by getting those points right away. So I think kudos to the middles.
Without question, able to see Emerson and also Peyton with a couple early on. What's it like, though, for you and Malia kind of have a tandem combination, both in double digits with kills here tonight? What's it like seeing her, but also yourself, put the ball down throughout a course of the match?
Yeah, she's such a great player, and our coaches tell us, they're always telling us spots, but, being an outside, you have to work around the block, and you have to throw it different places. So I think, our setters were just getting us really good balls tonight, putting us in really good situations where we could get the ball and get the point, so.
As you move forward here, what do you want to take from this particular match once you get to your next region foe with the Grafton Spoilers on Thursday night up in Grafton?
Yeah, I think, just battling. We can do anything. I know we had that first set, and we lost those next 3, but we can come back in anything. So I think this was a really good win, and it just showed how we fought tonight. So
without question, a really good service as well. Just 4 service errors here tonight. How big is that from a team not giving up free points throughout the course of the match, particularly when you're playing 5 sets and you only have 4 service errors?
Yeah, we get in the gym and we practice on serving. It's a big thing. I mean, if you miss a serve, it's a missed opportunity for our passers, our hitters, and our setters to get the point. So I think we really focus on those serves and getting the ball out of system so that we can get that point.
With 13 kills here tonight, Abigail Anderson. Abigail, thanks so much for your time. Best of luck moving
yeah,
forward.
Thank you.
We'll take a quick break and continue with more after this here in Kindred.
Looking to tackle a big building project or a major fall cleanup? Cywick Lumber and Hardware Hillsboro has what you need. 40 dumpster roll-off boxes that are on hand, ready for rent. Need building materials? They'll deliver everything you need for your project and bring the dumpster at the same time for maximum convenience. If it's time for fall cleaning, rent a large dumpster and clear out your space with ease. For rentals of your dumpsters and building needs, your one-stop shop for your projects, Cywick Lumber and Hardware Hillsboro.
Peyton Olsen now joining us here from the Hillsboro Central Valley perspective. Same question, Peyton, that I'll ask you that I asked Abigail. With yourself and alongside Emerson getting those early blocks in set number 5, just kind of take us through what you're able to do together at the net, but how much valuable was that getting out early here in the 5th set?
It was really helpful, and Emerson's such a huge block. Together we were able to really see the hitters and watch and kind of read where they're hitting, and that's really helpful to give our passers some help.
How scrappy of a win was this from your perspective as a team, just clawing for points and trying to find ways to keep the rally going here through 5 tonight?
I thought we had some really good ups. Back row, Chloe Ackerman got in. She had some really good ones. And just being scrappy, and when we didn't get the block, picking the most up.
Yeah, you talked about Chloe. What's it like seeing a freshman come in late in a match like this in the 4th set and able just to continue to volley, but also have some good digs back there as well?
She's such a good back row player, and I think it's so great that she gets that opportunity.
Peyton, for this team, what do you hope to carry forward into Grafton and, more importantly, throughout the rest of the season before you get to that region tournament?
I thought we worked really well as a team tonight, and the energy throughout. I thought we stayed pretty high.
Without question, and similar thing that I asked at the end there to Abigail, just 4 servicers. What's that say about everybody at the service line just being consistent here tonight for HCV?
We really stayed calm and collected back there, even when it got really close on a couple of those sets, and we have really improved from the beginning of the year with our service.
Hey, Payne, congratulations on the win. Best of luck moving forward.
Thank you.
When we come back, we'll hear from the head coach, Katie Stabler. That is next.
Central Valley Bean Cooperative in Buxton, North Dakota has adapted to the growing needs of the edible bean industry since 1982. Production of edible beans helps many growers in the Red River Valley make their farming operation more profitable. These growers are also producing a nutritious, high-protein food source helping feed a hungry world. Central Valley Bean Cooperative in Buxton with receiving stations in Garski, Grafton, Larimore, Sharon, Devils Lake, Lincoln, Wilton, and East Grand Forks. Learn more at centralvalleybean.com or call 701-847-2622.
This coach's interview brought to you in part by Dakota Heritage Bank. Joining us here is Katie Stabler. And Katie, I know you mentioned in the first interview on the pregame, serve, receive. You need to see that be cleaned up a little bit. But also from the service line here tonight, just 4 service errors for your team through 5 sets. Just what does that do when you're not giving up, free points, so to speak, and finding ways just to constantly put the ball in play and force the opposition to have to do something with the serve?
Absolutely. It's so important when we work on serving a lot in practice, and short serves was going to be a huge thing for us. We didn't throw them in as much, but they came in crucial points. Chloe had a huge one in that 5th set, and she hit it in front of the 10-foot line. I was like, yes, now that's a true short serve, and that was perfect. They've been working on aggressive. They were putting it to the spots for the most part that I tell them to, because they have been working on that. They're so mindful. They know that's going to better the ball. I said, just keep the ball away from the libero after the first 5 serves went to the libero, because I'm like, she's a great passer. It's huge for us, being aggressive in that back row, but then having the minimal errors that we had. That was big.
And on the opposite side, defensively here tonight between Emerson Aarons, but also Peyton Olson, they put up some big-time blocks in the first 6 points in that very 5th set. But you can get those two just kind of being tandem and putting the ball right back on the upper team side, or a point that comes from the block. Just what did you see from those two in the 5th?
Yeah, it was great. They found their hitters. They were in the right spot. They pressed really, really well. And I thought they just worked together as a good pair up there in that block. We had switched them around in that, was it the 3rd set there? We were like, okay, let's see it a little different. We didn't totally like it. There wasn't a big change from it. So we're like, it didn't hurt us. Let's move back. And that was the right call. They just were comfortable in their position. They started off so strong. That outside hitter is phenomenal from Kindred. So it was great that we could, just shut her down a little bit or play defense just that first line.
You mentioned also in the pregame you just wanted to be, a tough out, be spunky, be scrappy, stuff of that nature. I think we saw it all here in 5 sets tonight, the good, the bad, as you would in 5 here, Katie. But biggest thing is as you get ready for a region matchup now with Grafton, Hatton, Northwood coming into town, a week from tonight. But what do you want to see from your team picking up a road region victory where you had to go through some adversity tonight?
Yeah, we just need to, our passing's got to be a little bit better. We were inconsistent. Sometimes we would pass with our shoulders back. We need to make sure we're always finishing forward. We're always putting it into our setter's hands. That's going to help us. And then just this finish in that 5th set, Kindred's coming back in a little at a time. I thought the girls did a great job of just going in with that mindset of, okay, I'm going to go get with my pass. I'm going to be ready with that set. We've really been working hips. And the attackers, they weren't afraid afraid, and they kept swinging, and that was big for us. In that second set there, we sat back and we were giving them the ball. We were tipping the ball right to players. And I thought as the game went on, we became more aggressive, and we have to be the aggressor. We can't sit back and want teams to give us points. We have to go get them ourselves. And so that's something that we have to carry from this game into our region game later this week.
Katie, good to see you again. Best of luck on Thursday.
Thank you.
That again, Katie Stabler with us here. We'll put a bow on this one next in Kindred.
Being a good sport is the best way to learn from the activity you are involved in. Whether you are winning or losing the game, you can walk away with a positive experience if you show your integrity and respect and learn from the other team. Hi, my name is Addison, and I'm a student in the Central Valley School District. I've learned so much from competing in basketball, and a lot of what I've learned is by observing the other teams and taking positive influence from some of their greats in sportsmanship. I hope to continue to display this at the Central Valley School to also be an example. This message is from the Central.
Those interviews brought to you in part by Dakota Heritage Bank, sharing their heritage and their future with locations in North Dakota and Minnesota. Go to dhb.bank. Hillsboro Central Valley again picks up the win 25-16, 15-25, 20-25, 25-22, and 15-12 here tonight in a match that goes just under a couple of hours here this evening. So up next for the Kindred Vikings, they will play here tomorrow night against the Lisbon Broncos. We'll have that for you here on yourliveevent.com. Well, for the Hillsboro Central Valley Burros, they're up in Grafton on Thursday. Also a game that we'll have for you on yourliveevent.com. I'm Chase Miller. Thank you so much for tuning in here this evening. Sanders led the way in the match high 19 kills, while on the opposite side for the Burros, led by the tandem Anderson and Burrow with a combined 25 kills here tonight. Enjoy the rest of your Monday and join us for more high school sports coming up here throughout the week on your live event.